roll for initiative because we are live. Okay, this is not going to be the thing.
We're doing it.
We should have
hands.
We have never once had a conversation about what we're supposed to do when we go live.
I'm a woo boy.
I was like, guys, should I say, like, I had that sort of tagline or something to bring us in. So the first goddamn episode, y'all are just like,
Hey.
and then last I was like, but this is the worst of all.
We're doing it.
This is not gonna be the thing.
Jazz
Just gonna
hands.
press this right and be off screen and just
Da-da-da-da.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
I have a wheel to spin. It's just like, all right, it's just bit this time.
Yes, welcome back to the Sleeping Sea. I'm so glad to have everyone here with us.
I'm stuck in here.
Back in the saddle.
missed you, chat.
Yeah, we did miss you all very much, and we're ready to get back into our adventure. But before we do, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. There will be no Windfall next Saturday, April the 2nd, if I'm correct.
That is the correct day.
There will be no more Windfall that day, but you can use that time to catch up, join the community, check out some of the Asteria homebrew in the Discord, and start up some great conversations there. And check out some awesome comics and fan art that we have going in there from some great members of the community. Otherwise, thank you so much to Californians for the use of our theme song and providing that for us, and Kevin MacLeod and Comptech for other royalty-free music that we have and we use on a daily basis. And thank you, everyone, for being here when it is very, very hard to be here. It's been a rough week for me, and hopefully those of you at home are having better weeks than some of us, but however your week is going, whatever you're going through, I just hope that it gets better, and I hope that maybe we can help somehow.
And then he kills us in character.
Yeah.
It'll be cathartic.
It's
so
very
cathartic when I kill you
therapeutic.
here.
It's all over.
I mean, y'all ready to get down to it?
Yes.
I've been up. Let's do this thing. Let me get a little ambiance going on. All right. We're going to play a game. It's called How Many Times Will Sonic Kim Accidentally Cue the Battle Music this episode?
3.
3. Okay.
We think
Yeah,
we think it's 2, but then like there's an actual battle that we weren't expecting.
Is
We're
it?
just like,
It's
oh,
Schrodinger's.
you messed up, and then it doesn't cut off. We're just like,
It's Schrodinger's battle music.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome you all back to the Sleeping Sea. So, with Frederick taken down below deck to recover, and the iridescent flames of the ghost ship sinking into the depths behind you, the Windfall makes her way towards the unknown island. This island appears rocky, with some scattered tall grasses mixed in with the sparse, small trees. The whole of it rises to a strong point, like a gnome's cap, with jagged outliers and outcroppings that spell an almost labyrinthian design. On the beach, a single white-hot burning flame can be seen. Too large for a campfire, much too small for a signal fire. The Windfall slowly lilts, and the crew raise the sails, pulling the ship to a firm halt. Mr. Darrow cries out, "Drop anchor!" And the rattling of chain is heard as the Windfall comes to a full stop, gently resting on the side of this island. Sips LaCroix.
Please sponsor us.
Oh my gosh. Just send me free limoncello. That's all I want.
Wizard water.
Wizard water. I need my wizard water.
Have we approached close enough to discern anything else around the fire?
You can roll some perception for me.
I
Sounds
will
fantastic.
do that.
I'm just saying that's a pretty piss poor signal fire. Half the beach isn't even on.
16.
You need to get it on the skiff and get a little bit closer, but it looks like it's some sort of man-made structure or being-made structure. It's set up and it's like a solitary thing. There's not like a wood pile burning. It looks like some sort of
There's no like structures around it. It's kind of like
it's completely isolated. It looks like some sort of sconce, lamp, lantern, brazier, some sort of thing. But it was just placed there, and it looks kind of out of place.
And it's still nighttime, right? Like we didn't.
It's still nighttime.
I think the sun had just crested the horizon.
That's what's happening.
Oh,
Does,
we didn't get to sleep.
is somebody willing to like take a look at my hands, maybe bandage them up a little bit. I can't really tie
It's
the
just like
bandage.
bones.
Are you bleeding?
Well, you see, I tried to grab them salt eyes right before we left the ship, and it kind of grabbed me back a little bit, and they hurt a lot.
I pluck one of the leaves from my edible.
I kind of rub it
Is
on
it
my
aloud?
hands. Oh,
It'll
okay.
magically heal you.
And I eat it. 2d8.
Yep.
2d8.
I'm gonna say if you're wounded, I can do a medicine check.
I mean, if you want to just take a moment, that leaf has me feeling somewhat better. I gotta say, I wasn't fully expecting that. But
Well, supply check. Can we afford to take a rest before we get started here?
I mean, it'll take 10 minutes for them to lower the dinghy, and for us to get up onto, I'm not planning on shooting it down again.
A longer rest, Ernie. We've been up all night.
I see. You want to sleep?
If you rest, you will take another days of supplies.
Wait, I thought they wouldn't wake you all from your sleeps. You didn't get enough sleep?
I mean, you should have rested before we fought a bunch of skeletons that were singing at us.
We were keeping watch.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so we went to bed early. So we could have the graveyard shift.
And a graveyard shift it was indeed.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I mean, how bad are y'all feeling? I'm obviously fine and willing to press forward. How do y'all feel?
I mean, if you guys take a nap, I'm still going to take the boat out there.
Kind of had a feeling you might say that. I don't really know that we should.
I'm going.
While you're talking, like Cordelia has kind of wandered over and like sat down next to you and just kind of grabbed your hand and started.
Thank you.
To treat wounds on it.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we just try to patch ourselves up what we can do in about, hypothetically, exactly 10 minutes.
The dinghy will be lowered in exactly 10 minutes!
Perfect.
Perfect.
They actually can do it faster, but I told them to slow it down.
And you see some sailors, like, very slowly, like lowering the winch and, like, the canoe down. The dinghy, the skiff, if you will.
So 21. So you would regain increase hit points regained by 10.
Oh, so I'm perfect.
How much is it?
Every
Like a
way.
D...
I think it's increase it by 10 plus your roll. Like, do you have a roll?
If you're mastery, you can do other things. Hold on. If you succeed on the check rather than spend, you can.
Yeah, it's a DC 20. You get
You double the hit
2d8
points
plus
they
10.
regain from
But the 10 alone would be enough for me. It is a bit of a called shot, though. You have to say what DC you're going for before you do it.
You have to, like, shoot.
Oh, okay,
You have to
yeah,
shoot for one of those.
I was just going for the 15 one.
There you go.
And I
Either
rolled a
way, it should be
21.
enough for me. So
Because I can't go for the other one.
you have to be an expert, I think.
Yeah. I'm only trained.
I'm a little
Medicine
worse for the wear, but I can afford to press forward.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
why don't we at least send us, since we're all here, out to the island? Should we get someone else to like do a scouting party to see what else they can see out here?
Who's got a telescope?
I mean, not me, obviously. I
Thanks
pull
for
it
the
out of my
sub.
pocket.
Ethan Art's good. Thanks for being here.
I mean, I can always send Emrys on a flyabout.
Oh, yeah. I kind of wanted Emrys to be with us. I was just thinking, like, what's the crew really going to be doing while we're actually doing all the heavy lifting?
Fair.
Maybe y'all could, a turn. Who's Mr. Darrow's nearby?
Mr. Darrow's at the helm, and he's just kind of like on standby right now.
Yeah, Mr. Darrow, we're gonna go ahead and take the skiff on in. Do you think you could like, when people are roused for the day, I don't know, see if there's any like fishing to be done in the area or supplies that you could start to procure, keep the crew busy?
So you want them to just scout for supplies? and
Scout for
food?
supplies, but don't go too far inland. Don't take on anything dangerous. Stick to the coast.
Okay.
We're gonna press on deeper in, but just see what you can find in this general bay.
Anyone with medical knowledge should attend to the passenger.
Yeah, he needs to be given the best care possible.
Is that anyone else besides Cordelia on this ship?
Sure.
She's just kind of sitting
If
there
we don't
messing
have a
with his
ship's
neck.
doctor, we should recruit one pretty quickly.
I think there's one on this island.
I've been doing both since I got here.
Yeah, cooking and doctoring is kind of feels like a conflict of interest.
Well,
Yeah.
we have 2 people manning the kitchen.
Well.
You could become a full-time doctor if you wanted.
Yeah, leave Riley in the kitchen.
You either want to have the meat alive or dead? I mean, it feels like you're kind of walking in a middle space.
I think Riley does that backwards, though. She usually leaves the meat alive when she cooks and dead when she doctors.
Yeah, well, there might be so.
All right. Y'all ready to take the skiff out?
Yes.
All right.
I think so.
You guys load up, and the crew begins waking up. You see some people already casting nets. Some people grab some harpoon-style spears for like spear fishing. You saw some people on the outskirts of the island with the other skiff, like starting to look around, and have made their roll, and we'll see how many supplies they gather.
Cool.
Off of this island. So when you leave this island, you'll leave with supplies based on their roll. You would have to press them harder, or do searching yourself to gather supplies, and you risk spending a whole day of supplies not finding anything if the island's been subsisted upon already. So,
on the skiff, Wesley's like, oh, and he reaches in his pocket and pulls out like this little ring of dried leaves, and he's like, this could help protect you. And I give it to Cordelia. It's a talisman.
okay.
Thank you.
Y'all passing talismans and bonuses. I love it. All the little plus ones.
You should still have the root magic that she gave you, right? I don't think you used it last session.
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to remember if that was still active.
Nor do I remember that. I mean, I remember you giving it to me. I just don't remember
It's
using
been
it
2
or not
weeks.
using
Been
it.
a little while.
Wait a minute.
I don't think he used it.
Probably not.
If you used it, chat will tell us, and then I will punish you.
It will be
Chat,
animated.
say I used it.
All right.
Want to be.
So, you guys row there. I assume Wesley and Brooks row.
Why do I got to do all the work?
Because
Okay.
you're Brooks.
Okay.
And you make it to this sort of rocky. There's like very little sand. The sand is like thick and coarse, and like it's very little until it's like this stony beach with lots of those. You know, the beach with lots of like little thick pebbles. And you're walking up the beach, and you can see the object in front of you. It's not hidden or obscured in any way. The fire is burning in a large brass sconce of intricate and well-crafted design. It has 4 thick legs, which are grounded on heavy stems, which rise like monumental columns around a deep, heavy basin. Each of the stems has a little mechanical gadget on the end of it, which sprays this tiny little flame out. But as it shoots out, the flames twist together and erupt into the blaze, which rises above the basin. Attached to each of the legs is an unlit torch, held secure in a spot specifically designed for it. If anyone cares to, you can do a religion check or a society check on this.
Hell yeah.
I care too.
I don't know what I
This is
should.
an untrained skill, so even if you're not trained in society or religion, you can roll.
I'll give it a society roll.
I will too.
Oh,
I got 25.
Oh, everybody,
25.
don't forget, new
I
session,
got
new
nat
fortune
20
points.
plus 0.
Oh yeah, everyone has their hero point. You got a what?
Nat 20 plus 0, so it's 20 total.
I need to know which skill you were rolling for.
Society.
Society. I'll start with you. All right, Wesley. For some reason, this clicks in your brain. You don't remember your own life, but you remember that it's evident. You're like, oh, this is clearly of dwarven make. It's not ancient,
I know some dwarves.
but it's old. Yeah, you know some dwarves. And you can tell that this was constructed in the last 100 years. Like, it's not an ancient dwarven thing. It's a relatively modern in terms. On a crit success, you heard rumor, maybe in passing from a dwarf that you shared a drink with, maybe someone you performed for a long time ago, maybe just a tale you heard from a traveler on the road. But an ever-burning flame of non-magical design is a marvel of dwarven engineering. It's not magic producing this, it's technology, and it's making it burn forever without expending a huge amount of fuel. It's not unheard of, but such a thing is expensive and significant, and there's no way that this is just here idly. It represents a great amount of effort and money.
Mm-hmm.
What about my religion people?
15.
15 is a fail?
Woo.
I had 25 society, so I assume I know the same.
That's the exact same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I had an 18 society.
18 society. No one roll on religion?
I rolled on society as well.
Okay. Does anyone speak
I speak.
Dwarven?
Oh, I do.
You do?
Uh-huh.
There are 6 runes around the basin, all written in Dwarvish script. Honesty, understanding, perseverance, modesty, curiosity, goodwill.
Like the dwarven virtues.
It's just like tenets of something.
You can roll religion on that if you want to.
Hey, Brooks, what's this one say? He says, pointing at curiosity.
I'm going to say since you failed initially. Well, you didn't fail initially. You rolled society, right?
Yeah.
So you can roll this with fortune, actually, since you passed the society check. This is going to be religion.
Okay.
You're looking for a 20.
Yeah. Oh, 25.
So, each 6 is the dwarven lucky number. It is the lucky number among dwarves.
6, you said?
From the earth, 6 is the dwarven lucky number. From the earth titan Othor, 6 dwarven lords were carved, and those are the dwarven gods, the 6 of them. Each dwarven god has 6 edicts, 6 virtues that they command dwarves to follow, and 6 laws that go with this. These 6 edicts are the specific commandments of Otun, the dwarven god of wisdom and discovery. And those are, again, honesty, understanding, perseverance, modesty, curiosity, and goodwill.
Okay, so you point to it, and I say, that one is curiosity. And he takes a step back, and he says, I think this is a shrine or some tribute to Otun.
That would make sense considering what a marvel this contraption is.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying it's not magic?
Oh no.
It sure looks magic. I mean,
what
I've
makes it so impressive.
I've seen torches that can burn forever that are magic. He gets down low and starts looking at it, trying to see if he sees
You
any.
got any kind of engineering lore?
Craft.
Any kind of crafting that helps?
I'm a crafting expert. And I'm a magical crafting.
What's your crafting? Magical crafting?
Magical.
It's not technically that, but I'll let you roll, and the DC is really high to try and, like, I don't think you're going to be able to figure out how this works, but you might be able to get some semblance of, like...
13.
Whoever made this is smarter than you, man.
It's really cool. Can I, how much of it is portable?
0% of it. It's, again...
I was talking to them.
Oh.
Yeah. He just shakes his head.
You think I could, like, look, there's like 4 nozzles inside.
I mean,
Does it look like, I think I could take one of them.
Do you really want to...
well, they need to work in tandem. That's the whole purpose. Like, if you wanted to move it, you'd have to lift the entire contraption.
Okay, well, you get the other side.
Listen, while I do admit that curiosity is a tenet of this dwarven god, do you want to dismantle this and anger him?
You're right. We're catching enough heat from the gods lately. I don't think we need to bring on any more.
Yes.
That's a really good point. It's just pretty cool is all I'm saying. Why are these torches not lit? Is it detachable?
Mm-hmm. It's got a little slot, and it just pops out of the slot.
I pull one out.
Okay. Yeah. It's a torch. It's, it's made of brass. I'm sorry, it's made of bronze. Inlaid, thick, and squarish when the real dwarf
Is there any writing on it?
No.
Can maybe put that in the...
So, when the first torch is taken, you can see the runes on the basin, the 6 commandments, begin to glow brightly.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing.
And the flame diminishes greatly and jumps, burning white hot, into the torch on your hand. Suddenly, an earthquake begins on the island. It shakes, and like the sound,
Too curious.
Ernie starts every combat. Like the sound of thunder rolling, it shakes the foundation of the earth, and you see, way up, some several hundred feet away from you, a boulder rolling, not towards you, but revealing a mountain passage. And a deep voice cries on the wind like thunder, shaking the very foundations of the earth beneath your feet. Mal talum saltomir, sonum harud.
Hey, Wesley, hold this.
You speak Dwarven?
I do.
I also do.
I'll just say it across the room then. Although the sea may sleep, we do not rest in our search for knowledge.
Some thirsty dwarves. Brooks will just say what that said.
Are we supposed to bring these torches into that cave?
The flame is still permanently diminished, or just...
It's one of the nozzles is now not contributing. It seems like now only 3 are spitting out fire.
Well, that makes me nervous to light a second one when we still have an unresolved first torch situation. I don't really know how these things go, but that seems bad.
Well, it could be that we are to transport this fire somewhere else.
I know it's to have to make multiple trips.
Cordelia's like gently pulling one out.
I can't look.
Okay.
Please.
The fire jumps over. The fire jumps over to Cordelia's flame now. And the one in the middle shrinks again, and now whoosh, yours is lit.
Oh.
Bright, white, hot fire. It's not magical, but man, it feels that way. It is like burning, super hot from maybe some sort of mechanical or chemical reaction inside the torch itself.
She kind of like looks around for a minute.
No more earthquakes?
I mean, seems fine enough.
Okay, Brooks will take one too.
Yours lights ablaze, and the fire shrinks once more. One tiny flame left burning.
I'm not touching that. Fire's not supposed to work like that.
Okay, cool. I was feeling left out. I grabbed the fourth one.
Wait, did you take?
He handed
I said, hey, Wesley.
I was like, I feel left out. Double. 2 scoops.
No one's gonna one up me.
All right, and the fire.
One in each hand.
So you heard like a sort of like a gas line. You heard like shh, and now it's silent, and all the rooms light up once more, and the flames burn in your hands. In the torches, not in your physical hands.
Do you think we broke it?
So the original sconce is out, right?
It's out completely.
I'm gonna look. I want to look down on the sconce. Is there anything in the sconce?
In like the bowl itself,
Yeah.
the bowl is empty.
Is there like a hole or anything like that, like leading into the?
It's like a big basin, like that you would put like holy water or like a good soup in.
Yeah.
It's a big bowl.
Wait, the dwarven flame cooked soup.
Praise the soup.
It won't.
It's
not going to light again until it's time
spicy.
for the Triwizard Cup.
We were trying to avoid that joke.
Ernie, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
We made it so far. It's empty.
We're
It's
so close.
eerily empty, and there's like nothing but like little bits of ember and ash and like dust in there. It looks like nothing was burned in it. Like it's just empty.
How the hell does this thing
You're the
work?
big gumbo pot.
If we meet any dwarves, we can ask them.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine with us holding their ancient relic torches.
You got the first one.
This is the fourth one, actually.
Well, it was encouraging a thirst for knowledge.
Yeah, that's actually less terrifying than most of the ominous voices on the wind we've heard lately.
Should we take this fire into the...
How
Yes.
good is your dwarvish? Are you sure that it was thirst
pretty
for
fluent.
knowledge? Do knowledge and flesh sound similar in dwarvish?
No.
Okay, good. Let's move on. Let's.
Head in the
I kind
general
of kick a
direction
pile
of
of sand just to make sure there's not crabs around.
Yeah, a little fiddler crab. Like,
Damn it.
You're gonna have a complex.
They heard
Yeah.
you.
So, as you guys begin bearing towards the several hundred feet away stone cave, you feel like this gray cloud comes up, and like a gentle, like slanted rain begins pouring on, and the wind begins whoosh, pushing a little bit stronger against you. What are y'all doing to shelter our flames as we reach the cave?
I kind of.
That's good.
I take like my half cape and kind of like,
Okay.
but like keep my eyes up of it and try not to burn my cape.
Okay, I want you to make just a, let's call it a reflex save to try and like keep it from catching the wind. This is very simple. I'm just seeing if we lose one already.
18?
18? You make it up there. You just make it to the cave mouth.
Let's see
and
what kind of
you're
dumb
fine.
shit I
Good,
have in
rolled
here.
really low.
Okay, who else has a flame? And tell me how you're protecting it.
I will use a cantrip shield.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you like raise up and this like divine energy comes above you and blocks the wind and the rain. I'll take that.
I pull out my deployable cover, and instead of deploying it, I just kind of hold it over.
Okay, I'll take that. What does your deployable cover look like?
It's like you throw it on the ground, and it's like
It,
a
makes
ballistic shield that pops up, so you can hide behind it from arrows.
It's like I imagine like an emergency life raft. It's like
Something like that.
All right, I'll accept that.
Yeah, she was gonna kind of try to shield it and get Imris to help a little, and then she saw Brooks with the cantrip shield. Oh, I can do that.
Okay. I thought you were gonna make a hair umbrella.
I considered it.
That's great. So you all make it past this first little path upwards. So a torch requires one hand to hold it while you are holding the torch. Keep that in mind for anything that might pop up as far as combat, if that happens. Manipulating objects in your bag and all that stuff. Remember, you have a torch in your hand. Okay? All right. As you enter the cave,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
As you enter the cave,
That's a
you
good idea.
are, from experience, a little afraid that the stone boulder which made the door will roll behind you, trapping you in. But the way remains open. The path for knowledge is one you must choose to remain upon. The cave is a moderately sized, natural opening. There is another large boulder, held back by two great dwarven statues. Their arms are wrapped around it as if to haul it away. Three smaller statues of regular dwarf size, but with masterful craftsmanship and detail of design, stand in rows, some 6 feet apart from one another. In front of them, their hands are open like this, like a place to put the torch, and the other one is raised above it, as if to douse it. So, you hear a voice, and it cries out in Dwarven. I'm just going to speak in common because you speak, the stone listens.
The voice said that? Okay. We speak, the stones listen? Brooks, would you say that out loud?
Okay.
Open, please.
Like this. And in perfect Dwarven, Kai says, "Open, please. We seek the path to knowledge."
Nothing happens.
Are you sure?
It was a decent
your
idea.
dwarven is up to stuff?
Yes.
We could, I don't know, I think one of these torches might need to be used.
I think so too. But look at the hands. The one on top.
I mean, do we just have to mimic what they're doing, or...
I don't know.
Everyone do this.
It's
Put the
hot.
torch out. So one of the statues has a hand. Is
All three of them. There are three statues.
three want to
With,
receive.
yeah, there's three regular-sized dwarf statues with these little square, like 5 foot by 5 foot little platforms in front of them, and there's the two bigger dwarven statues that are holding the boulder as if they could roll it away, but they're not moving at all. And each three of the statues that are about 6 feet apart, just in perfect tandem, are just standing like with a spot that's clearly for the torch, and then a hand above it, just staring forward.
Do they all have the hand up, or?
All three of them are uniform.
I was about to ask
Yeah.
if there were any differences.
And if you
between
turn
them.
around behind you, like where the cave where you came in, it says in Dwarven script the exact same thing that you heard. You speak, the stone listens.
Again in Dwarven, Kai's gonna ask, which one of you should we be giving the torch?
No response.
I'm gonna get closer. Is there one that seems to have held torch, like soot around it or anything like that?
All three of them have clearly been used in some way before.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a dummy one. I think that they have all been somewhat used. They've all got soot on them.
Which direction does it appear that the doors will roll the door?
They're just gonna roll this. I mean, they're holding it like this, so it looks like they're just gonna yeet it out of the door.
Well, I meant like which direction?
To the right of where you're staring. It's not like they're gonna roll it towards you guys. Though.
Yeah, I know, but like, so I was thinking like, if you put it in the right, it's like, oh, they roll it to the right, like.
It's a possibility. Like, there's a very like, if they were to just let go of it, it looks like it would roll like straight towards you guys in like a very Indiana Jones style situation.
Interesting.
Stop updating your notes.
When the players have better ideas how to kill them than you do.
Perhaps the torch requires some sort of command word when placing.
Yeah, maybe so.
Is it one of the virtues, maybe?
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I put my torch in, the one I'm standing in front of.
The hand clasps around it, and then the other hand is like trembling, and it lights up and it speaks. I'm gonna speak in Dwarven, but you might have to translate. It says, "Speak a truth."
A truth.
Speak a truth.
It's asking for a truth.
Mm.
Does it
Okay.
must be in Dwarven, I wonder?
I learned this tongue from my good friend Holly. And once again in Dwarven.
Nothing happens. The hand still trembles.
I think it wants
You
me.
didn't put the...
I'm searching for something that I've lost for some time.
The hand goes out and like releases the torch to you, and the other hand that was gonna to quaff it just like turns around and points, and the head turns and points at the door, and it like locks into place. It seems that pleased the statue.
Is the torch now
Yeah,
removable?
you can just grab it.
I pull it back out.
You got it back. The other two dwarves still.
Okay, so it's like a test.
Yeah, I think so. It's wanting some, well, frankly, some honesty.
Oh, and I'll put the torch in the middle one, I guess.
And the hand hovers, and in Dwarven it speaks. This is sort of a Dwarven, almost like, not like a hymn, but it's what you guys might recognize as religious scripture. It's an edict. It's sort of like a passage from one of the stone tablets of Otun. Double speak, wordplay, and half-truths are useful, but cumbersome in the vein of wisdom. Speak true your inner desires. Speak clearly, speak precisely.
Do you know Dwarven? Okay.
No, she looks at it and then kind of turns back to both Brooks and Kai.
And Brooks and Kai, I think that with your knowledge of the language, what it's saying is if you try and skirt around the truth, if you try and double speak, or you try to
Like, don't be vague.
if you try and be vague like Ernie just was, it will not be pleased. So it said again, double speak, wordplay, and half-truths are useful, but cumbersome in the vein of wisdom. Speak true your inner desires. Speak clearly, speak precisely.
This one wants a truth of your inner desire, but it has to be precise. Like an absolute truth.
All right. And I'll turn to the statue.
See, my Dwarven's fine.
I want a home.
The hand reaches out the torch back to you. The head turns, and the other hand points towards the statue in the back, and it locks into place. It seemed pleased with that answer, and it hands the torch back to you.
She'll just take it.
Well, Wesley, you or I?
Well, I don't really remember too much, so I'm scared I might lie inadvertently. I think
Lie
it's-
by omission.
Yeah, I think it's safer if you go.
Okay, I'll put one in.
Again, the hands lock, and it speaks, and it speaks out. A lie by omission is still a lie. Secrets.
That was close.
That's what's written. Secrets held weigh a heavy burden. Speak a truth you do not wish others to know. Omit no detail pertaining to the truth.
Speak in Dwarvish.
Say it again.
A lie by omission is still a lie. Secrets held weigh a heavy burden. Speak a truth you do not wish the others to know. Omit no detail pertaining to the truth.
A secret that I don't want them to know.
Don't leave anything out.
Don't leave anything out. How interesting. Let's see.
The hand hovers above the torch, just looking.
Okay. In Dwarven, actually, it knows Common, so maybe it knows other languages too. Nah, in Dwarven.
Don't want to try and trick it.
Right.
Watch this
A
torch get
secret?
extinguished. Lickety split.
A secret that nobody knows. That nobody, I don't want them to know. Huh.
The voice chimes out again. You speak, the stone listens. It's getting impatient.
In Dwarven, he's gonna say, I know more about the Eternal One than anyone else. I dig
It
it.
passes the torch back to you, and it points at the stone behind you. And the two giant statues, their eyes sort of come alive, and they just roll the great stone away, revealing another cavern. Above that cavern, 3 runes appear, not a single one in Dwarven. So, I'm just going to go around and real quick just go give the languages that you know. Just real quick. I'm sorry this is going to take a little while. I just don't want to spoil anything.
Aklo, Aquan, Common, Elven, Gnomish, Sylvan.
In Aquan, you see the number 3. In Aquan is the number 3.
Is that only one of the...
Only one of the symbols.
That's just one.
I only know Common, Dwarven, Elven, and Undercommon.
No.
Aquan, Common, Dwarven, Orcish.
No.
Just common, undercommon.
Okay.
Common, Gnomish, Halfling, and Goblin.
In Aquan, there is the number 3, and then there is 2 other symbols up there. And then there's a path leading in. The path has a really bright light, like you can see it kind of glowing through there, and there's like some heat coming in from where you're looking.
Which position was the Aquan 3 of the 3?
It was first. It was the Aquan 3 and then 2 other symbols.
Is there anything else in the room once we look around?
Nope. It's just the statues.
I have to bite
Oh, there's
first.
more statues again.
Eternal One. Does that mean anything to me?
Hmm?
I doubt it, but does the Eternal One mean anything to me?
I mean, you
Is
did
that the
just
thing?
have
That's the
Big
thing
and
from the-
Creepy
yeah.
was just
Yeah, Big Creepy was talking about him.
True.
Like he was like, I'm waiting for the Eternal One. Like it's the thing that Brooks did the ventriloquy, and like he said the Eternal One was the one keeping you on the island and all that stuff. Like Big and Creepy, that was his whole thing. Apparently, that was the guy that was there throughout all the major events in history.
Perfect.
He also whispered to Brooks at one point, and we never learned what he said.
Who did?
Big and creepy.
The creepy guy?
Yeah.
Mitchell doesn't remember. How,
Yeah, it's
like,
when
oh,
you
shit.
pick it up.
Yeah,
role plays
I can't
perfectly
help
by
you.
just
It's
not
on my
remembering.
notes.
Yeah. Don't tell
Alright.
me any. Actually, do tell me secrets because I'll forget them.
That's why I tough him down. So you'll move into the next room.
I think so.
All right, fantastic. So you go into the next room. As you go into this next room, you are immediately assailed by this intense wave of heat. It's some sort of laboratory or workshop. A middle furnace burns bright, smoldering liquid iron. So smoldering liquid iron bubbles, and the heat blasts across your bodies from the middle. The hiss of steam can be heard, and then mechanical whirring.
Guys, he accidentally triggered the
Yeah.
ball.
I was like, it's the real one. God.
3 mechanical automatons spring to life. You can see above each of their little stations, like almost like, you know, when you see a robot being built in a kit, the little station where it comes out of, they kind of break themselves out of their area and like whir to life. You can see above one the Otun 3, and the other two symbols. And then I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm going to use as a reaction.
Tell me.
Rolling a lot of the same.
No, I'm not going to do that actually. I take it back. Initiative.
They're just moving.
Take it back.
That's a good one.
These are all practice rolls.
Finally. You always have. Well, you're
I
saving it
set
for
the
a
bell
better
cam
one.
up, so we're gonna have to. I'm gonna put it on my mic armor.
Did you give us a bonus?
No.
I changed mine.
I changed them. Should I do that? No. What if I need an athletic rush later? No, I should have used it. Whatever.
Focus spell or?
Yeah. But focus
All
spells
right.
make my curse
What was the
activate.
marching order? Who's in the front?
Probably me.
Okay.
I probably would have been up there too.
Yeah. Okay. And then everyone else is kind of back here. That's fine. All right. Let's get that battle cam on. Hey, that's pretty good. You can see some part of my couch though. So let's move this perception just a little bit. Perfect. And by perfect, I mean good enough. All right. So I need more desk space. More. And I need the volume of that to go down so much.
Lower.
Lower. Lower. All right. Volume, 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 volume. All right. So.
Do we need to remove the?
Hmm?
I was gonna say, do we
Oh,
remove the
y'all
thing?
want to be able to see the battle, don't
I mean,
you?
I can watch it on the stream. but-
Yeah, you can watch it on stream
With a delay.
with the delay.
Hey, look, I'm still alive on here.
Yeah, I can see past me. No, don't roll that. Don't roll that check.
You fool.
All right, let's go 30 to 25 for initiative.
28.
All right, Ernie's up. 20 to 25.
22.
23.
All right, we got Brooks then Wesley. 15 to 20. Them.
Oh, I don't
We
have an
got-
arm free.
Do you not have a single-handed weapon?
Well, I have.
All right, and then
I
everyone
do.
else.
14.
I have an extra one.
Okay.
I mean, I have.
I mean,
My trident's a spear,
All right, Ernie, you are up first.
so that's one-handed.
Cool. Yeah, so we got these 3 things coming to life. There's a big fire pit in the middle. Am I able to kind of run at a diagonal to them? Is this open floor here?
So you can see this here. This is like a metal, like not metal. I'm sorry. This is like a stone carved path. This center is raised like 3 feet. It's like a big furnace with a big wall around it. This is another stony path, and these are the little iron contraptions that they came out of. This is a metal railing that leads to these other paths. So to
And
go around the fire,
So I would have to kind of like...
between them.
you kind of gotta hop over the furnace to kind of get.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid you were about to say.
To you do have to hop over the furnace a little bit.
A little bit.
Yes.
All right, so and the only thing we know is that above this guy right here, we see an Otun 3.
Above this guy right here, you see an Otun 3.
But I don't even know what that necessarily means. Maybe it's an
I'll put a blue. This guy's
order we're
Otun.
supposed to kill them in. And if I know that's 3, then that would be
Then
third.
last.
So I'm gonna run at this guy
Okay.
right there.
All right, so you're gonna stride. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. You have 25?
Yeah, 25.
25, you make it there on
All
one
right,
stride.
and I've drawn my short sword.
As part of your movement, yes.
And you look, and you see at the end of my short sword, I have taped a yo-yo around the blade, and I'm swinging it as I'm coming in to attack. I'm like, hey guys, check this out! And I'm going to keep running, and I'm going to attack with my short sword.
Go for it.
Close the distance.
You close
That's
the
the second
distance.
stride.
Second stride, and you're
Which means I'm not even going to have an ability to use this. 'Cause I can't use the trip ability anymore.
I'm watching.
That's not going to hit.
Sure.
I mean, we'll find out. But I rolled a 3.
Oh,
Actually, you know what? I've got
Got a hero
advantage
point.
right now. I'm going to use that hero point.
remember, chat. You can give them hero points, or you can cause them misfortune. What's going to be more fun
It's
for
not
you?
much better. Short sword, 19.
19 does hit, yes.
All right, and because I'm acting before them, I should have sneak attack.
Yes, absolutely. Hey,
Which-
look, they're not immune to precision.
Hey,
Oh,
good.
this one's not.
It's about time. Which that is just a d6 for me still, double checking that. Yeah. Alright, so that's going to be great. So that is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay. As you stab it, as you stab this one, hot steam bursts out of it, and you can see it just like fiery hot steam like rising up. It doesn't hurt you or anything, but you can see this thing definitely has some sort of steam like level.
When you
function
have
to
a
it.
keyword on your weapon, you still have to use the action to do the keyword, right?
Depends.
What it does is the keyword allows you to use your weapon to perform that using the item bonus of your weapon
Oh.
to the check. So it negates the need for a free hand.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
You got it?
Like my rapier has disarm.
Yeah, so the yo-yo just kind of breaks off. I was like, I'll do it better next time.
All right, let's go on. Brooks.
Wesley is next to me.
Yeah. Wesley's right next to you.
Okay. He's gonna lean over to your rapier and run a hand by it, and it has, as you move, you see it has like a trail behind it. I'm gonna cast Echoing Weapon on it.
Echoing weapon.
So every time you, let's see, how can I say this better?
Does it get like the sweeping property?
No, whenever you strike with the weapon, the amount of times you hit with the weapon is the amount of sonic damage it will do to any enemy within 5 feet of you. So if you hit 3 times, it'll do 3 sonic damage at the end of your turn.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's like a whoom, like a little sonic wave follows it. Very cool. So your rapier begins to like vibrate and have this like energy that Brooks imbued it with.
As long as you hit.
Okay. How many actions was that?
2.
So one more?
And Cordelia is behind me?
Cordelia is 10 feet behind you right here.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay there. I'm gonna cast a shield just in case.
Shields up. We love it. Wesley, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a. Which one is this? Quick leap over here. Well, I have 30 feet. Can I get?
You have 30 feet. You can get 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, you can get over here. Yep.
Yeah, within 5 feet of the dude.
Yep, you're there.
Okay, and during the move, I'll pull out my rapier and I'll go for a stab.
Okay, going for a stab.
Because I'm ciao.
Don't trip on my yo-yo.
That's a miss.
Okay. So Wesley, you lunge forward and just miss that hitbox with just a bit as it the steam kind of emanates and it kind of jolts to the side.
I'll try again.
Okay.
Pull up my rapier so I remember what my pluses are. It's +6 this time. Nope, that's an 8.
So as you
I rolled a
miss,
1 and a 2.
As you miss, you sort of flourish and try and strike out at it, but it's surprisingly agile and it uses a little steam on its boots to kind of like jolt out of the way. Are you also carrying a torch?
I am.
Interesting. All right.
Oh.
All right. So its turn. This one right here is going to go ahead and activate Boiling Rain.
No.
I need both of you to make reflex saving throws, and I hope you pass.
As do I.
Pass.
Well.
20.
20, that's a pass.
22.
That's a pass. So neither of your torches are doused out as it opens up its chest, and you can see beating within it this fiery red core, this burning like crystal. It opens up, and hot steam just kind of sprays out. You manage to shield the torches and yourselves. You both take half damage from this 2-action ability. Oof. You both take half of...
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away, I think.
half of 10 fire damage, so take 5 fire damage.
5 fire.
It's hot.
It's hot?
It's very hot.
The
So,
hat.
it's going to then just take its claw and swing up at Ernie. Ooh, that's 25 versus AC.
Yeah, that's gonna hit me.
Okay,
Let me update the
that's gonna be 5 points of slashing.
Ow.
It slices out at you. All right.
Can I hit things with this torch?
It's your life, man.
I wouldn't recommend these things.
All right. Ooh. Okay. So, it is then going to go ahead. This one in the middle, underneath this rune, is going to walk forward, and you see it start cranking. This like wind up Jack in the Box on its head, and its head opens up. So it's going to go like here, and its head is going to open up.
Weird trophies,
And you
boys.
see this like earthen crystal in the middle of it, and this dust spits out and spits in this area right here. I need all of you to make a reflex saving throw.
Just everyone on that side.
Just everyone on this side, not you guys.
Just double checking my reflex score. 24.
24. Pass. You are unaffected.
19?
That is a pass. You are unaffected.
25.
You pass. You are unaffected. So you can see this dust begin to cloud around you, and it's not just normal stone. You can see that there's like ground up particles and minerals in it that are like shining, and it's trying to like dazzle or daze you, but you seem to have avoided whatever effect that it had on you. All right, the very last one. This last one is going to just walk to this corner. It's gonna like stand over the ledge here, and you see this one has like this tube under its jaw, and it begins to like fill up with water, and then this nozzle just extends, and it's gonna go ahead and spray out this steaming water, but it's not actually steaming. It seems to be very, very acidic. So this is going to be a 15-foot cone, so that's going to get all of y'all right here. So all of you, again, reflex saving throw, the same group. Against breath weapon.
Hey, sing
Oh no, the music didn't play. This did the thing. It did the thing.
You think 17's enough?
I would hear a point. Come on.
I'm gonna use a hero point just in case.
Use a hero point just in case.
Okay, so one better.
Okay. Brooks,
18?
fail.
No.
Yeah.
25 again.
That is a pass. The normal
26.
Pass. 26 is a normal pass. Okay. So you two take half, and Brooks, you take full of the acid damage. Oh, 10 acid damage. That was a stride and 2-action activity. The automatons are done. Let's move on to our next person. That's going to be Kai with Cordelia on deck. So Kai, it just sprayed this acid all over you, and it seems that you can see just clearly that they each have some sort of like effect, but they have to like crank it back. You can see it reset into position, so it takes some time to reset that. So they may not be able to use these abilities again for a while, depending.
Ernie, when you ran over there and charged that one, did
Yeah.
you were you talking out loud about your intentions to try and kill that one first?
I mean, I probably said something like, y'all said that one over there says 3, but I didn't actually speak any of the languages.
Yeah, that's
so.
about all he said.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if I slide the arm now.
What's So, you know, I know the furnace is in the middle.
Yes.
Is there open space to like the right and left of each of these walkways?
No, this is like thick wall essentially. You can't get through this.
Oh, I see.
Well, not like thick wall. It's like let's
Really?
call it like a stony pit, I guess. It's a Dark Souls ledge. Don't go over the side right here.
Don't go over this. Okay.
Yeah.
But mostly, I have line of sight on these things.
Yes,
so-
you can. Yes. I was gonna call it wall, but then I was like, I just realized he just did a breath weapon. It's not gonna make any sense at all.
And how deep would you say that pit is?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, Steve.
Let's call it 40 feet. Let's call it 40 feet,
We'll do that later. That's a
which is definitely deadly to players your level.
sure. Yeah.
it's-
I hope it's deadly to automatons our level too. Go away. All right. Yeah. Then I'm going to sling up my weapon and take a shot at the one that's engaged with them.
Okay, go for it.
This is just a normal shot. There is no spell involved in this as a miss.
Okay.
But I will reload and take a second shot.
Okay, go for it.
All right. That's a 20 not natural.
A 20 not natural. Yes, a 20 does hit.
Awesome.
It's against this one with the wings.
Yep. It's against
Alright.
the winged one.
It does hit.
Nice.
All right. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Okay, it's not. It's bloodied. It's not. It's bloodied in the term.
It's oily.
You can see as the bullet pierces it, like a little bit of the arm begins to fall off. The gears are like unwinding. There's bits of scrap metal blasting off of it. It looks like, I mean, it's tore up a little bit.
Was aiming for that steam device.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it for Kyle.
Cordelia.
Seeing the potential threat to our torches, she's going to command Emrys to take hers.
Okay.
And as part of commanding it, he now has 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
So he can take it from her, and she's going to make him fly back his full movement.
Okay. He's got the torch in his talons. He's going to fly back into that other room. He has all the space in that larger cavern to fly around, and he is way out of the way.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then actions 2 and 3, I'm going to use to heal Brooks with the staff.
I'm sizzling from the acid.
You are sizzling.
He's sizzling.
And
Spicy.
I'm pretty sure you were still sizzling from...
Sizzler,
from-
please sponsor us.
He's a spicy. Is there a sizzling?
So you get...
Western?
The Western
9.
sizzling. How much?
You heal 9.
Ooh.
That's a pretty good heal. All right, anything else for you, Cordelia?
That was actions 1 through 3.
Ernie, you're back up. The steaming boy right in front of you.
Yeah, is there room to get up behind it to kind of get it flanking?
You would have to move through its square to get there.
Yeah,
So tumble through and kind of like climb up on the like metallic box that it came out of.
Yeah, I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
That's an acrobatics check.
Yeah, tumble through.
Fail.
19.
Against his reflex save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pass. You're in. I'm in.
All right.
All right. So you like scramble up above it, and now you're like on a little ledge of this little mechanical box. Where it came
Stop
out.
sprinting! I hit it with my short sword.
All right.
Don't do that.
You had to get the height advantage. Real
Yeah, I needed the height. 20 to hit.
20 does hit.
High
Yes.
ground.
All right, so now that I'm flanking, I get some precision damage.
Okay.
That's going to be 8 points of damage.
Okay. It's on death's door.
And I'm going to swing again.
Go for it.
That one is a 20 to hit.
Okay. 20 does hit.
And that's going to be another 10 points of damage.
So, Ernie just and like stabs in it, and you can see the chunks and the pieces just collapse into like this.
These things are so cool. I really hate doing
This
this.
scrap metal heap on the floor. The core is now boom, 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 just kind of glowing there. All right,
There's a glowing bit inside them.
Brooks.
The little furnace in the middle, you said that's raised?
Oh yeah, it's like a big lava pit essentially. Like think of like a forge where like the liquid iron
Okay.
is.
Higher
It's
or lower
raised-
than us, then?
It's like higher than you. It's like a little like a fire pit at someone's house or something like that. It's raised up and it has a little like little walls around it. You know, for safety's sake.
How how big is that core that's glowing on the ground?
It's like the size of a cantaloupe.
Okay. So,
Yeah. That's good cantaloupe size. not watermelon
So,
size.
the 2 that are still up, just at a glance, do they have any weapons on them?
They do not. They seem to have like, I mean, I know the minis do, but they have like claws essentially, or like iron like fists. They are not.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not
I'm
armed.
going to try and jump to where the Aquan one is.
Number 3.
You can get there?
And then I want to try and grapple it.
Okay.
Because I want to, my intention is like turn it away, so it's not like spitting acid on
Do you have a weapon out?
No.
Okay, so it's just the torch hand and you're using.
Mhm.
Okay. Grapple me.
That's an athletics? Or is it an attack?
It has the attack trait,
It has
but
the
it is
attack.
athletics.
It's athletics, okay. Ooh,
Versus
not
its
great.
fortitude or reflex.
Grapple is...
It's reflex, I think.
13.
Fortitude. 14?
13.
So you try and grab it, and it is like made of metal, and it just kind of like elbows you, and you're like, oh! It like gets you in the ribs and like punches you in the knee, and it like skirts backwards.
Okay. My last action, I'm going to do that again.
Okay.
It does have the multiple attack
Yeah,
penalty.
so you have a
That's why
penalty
it
to
has a... Just don't crit fail.
Oh, less.
Less? You try and grab it, and it actually just kind of like slaps your wrist, and you like feel the pain as it like.
You feel
slaps
vaguely
out at you.
scolded.
Oh.
All right,
Anyway, I'm over there.
around the creatures, you watch as the one around the core. Boom, 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 boom. The metal parts begin to fuse together. The core begins to bond back, and you see all the little bits and pieces begin to fall back in line as it begins to reassemble itself.
Hey guys, I learned the number 2 in a different language today.
It is going to go ahead and it is going to use 3 action activity to recover, and is now rebuilt,
Oh, it's different.
but still battle damaged. It has fewer
thought I
hit
went
points than
before
originally.
Wesley.
Oh,
You
you
should.
do? I skipped Wesley.
He
Yeah,
should.
so it's not formed yet.
It's not formed yet.
I
You
can
don't
see
know
the
what's going to
future.
happen.
Yeah, so I mean,
DM mistakes.
one action, stow rapier.
Okay.
Second action, grab the core.
Mm-hmm.
Third action,
All right. First of all, you're going to roll
Are
a
you
range
trained?
attack for
Are
the
you
core.
trained in Kobe?
yeah. So this would
Of
be-
course.
The
There
beef,
are,
not
there
the
are
player.
a few who are.
This is a. Hold on. Let me give my weapons tab because this is a improvised weapon. Okay.
And now you might learn 2 in another language. You might learn 1. Who
Yeah.
knows?
21.
21. It sinks like the one ring into the pit of Mount Doom, and it sinks. And you hear, and out of the little thing that Ernie's staying on, you hear a 2, and a new one pops out.
Oh.
No
I was
actions
wrong.
required.
Damn it!
I
It's
mean, you're right. You did learn 2.
I did
Right. It's now going to use its 3 action activity to reassemble a new one. This one does come battle damage because I had to build it really fast. But it seems like that's not the one you're supposed to do something with.
All right, go for boxing now.
All right. So the other 2, this one's gonna turn, and it's like, oh. It's going to use a single action to drench. It puts its hands on the side of its head and begins to press and press and press, and the top of its head opens up, and a geyser sprays straight up and then splashes straight down on Brooks.
Great.
This is a non-damaging attack. It's just trying to put out your torch. It has to roll. Your torch is doused.
Whoa.
All right.
We need to smash that one so it doesn't.
It's now going to go ahead and make 2 attacks. It's just going to whoosh, whoosh, claw against Brooks twice. 19 versus AC.
That hits.
So it swings out and slices at Brooks for 4 damage, 4 slashing. And then it's going to try and swing as it catches you with the claw. It's going to try and sucker punch you in the stomach.
I have a question about it.
And this one's 16. Okay, that one does not hit as you dodge out of the way of it. All right, that's it for that one. The third one is going to
Dusty boy.
the third one's going to get real close and comfortable. No?
No. Don't do that. No.
He's doing it.
Yeah, but it
Oh, no.
would be a test of knowledge if they were written in the order
But,
that you're supposed to do it in.
No, the order left to right matching. The
It
way
it thinks that Cordelia looks like she's protesting too much, so you can see it like moving.
Really
and as it
close.
moves, it has this little booster pack, and like little dust spurts are going. So it's more like gliding towards you,
Translating, so I don't.
and it's gonna glide towards you and do a little rocket punch.
And
Is in the
falcon
first
punch,
Yeah.
Is anything. Yeah.
Ooh, it
So
rolled
I'm
not
gonna ask a
great
question
though.
to confirm.
Not hard hit me.
That is a 18 versus AC.
That is my AC.
Okay, so as it punches you, or with its claw, it's going to come around and you're going to take a nice 5 points of slashing. And then the other one, as it hits you, it's going to like... You ever see like when one part of the jetpack is off and like starts spinning? It does that, but purposely, so it does this like huge 360 rotation and tries to clock you across the jaw as it's spinning.
That's a yikes.
With a natural 3, I don't think it's going to hit you, sorry. And it just goes whoosh and
Sorry.
misses. Sorry for myself, because that was a cool description. And it's going to like tornado down and then just land in front of you. That's it for their turn.
Quick question.
Dizzy.
Could I reach that thing that just went for... Can I get within 5 feet of that thing that just went for Cordelia in a single stride action? Looks like I
So-
might be able to.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, no.
I can't. Is it in that? Which square is it in?
Right here.
Okay, I can touch square.
That's 5. That's 10. That's 15, and then 2 to get up here because it's 5 foot wall.
All right.
Yeah. All right. That's gonna bring us to Kai with Cordelia on deck.
As the thing like rushes around the corner and basically just gets to us that quickly, Kai shouts a curse in Dwarven that loosely translates to Otun's ball hair, and then pulls his fist back as like a swirling vortex of wind appears around it. And he just goes and punches that into the robot next to it,
Yes.
casting Gust of Wind. I need it to make a Fortitude save.
Ooh. That's the dusty one.
Yes.
Oh, 13.
13. That's not a crit fail, it's a fail though. So he is knocked prone. And I would like to use that then to try and just push him off the edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna roll. Oh God. Googling shove. Give me a second.
I got it right.
Yeah,
You got it?
It might be one of these.
All right. You push a creature away from you. It's athletics versus his fortitude DC.
Okay.
The target can't be larger than you. Do you
the-
have a hand free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, he's prone. Is that adding anything to this? Because that more or less my intention.
Yeah. It's gonna affect him.
I'm gonna spend a hero point on this because I want this dude off this ledge. I think it's too funny to fail.
I got it. It has the attack trait.
All right. Let's see.
Now, if you mess up, you fall prone.
What is? You said athletics, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
22.
So it was already careening and spinning around in a little dust tornado, and it finally lands and it's dizzy and it's like spinning, and Kai just like poof, you knock it down, and then and you can hear the Elden Ring stance break noise, and you just shove it off the edge, and you hear a very cartoon whistle as it shatters, and you hear boom, 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 of a glowing core at the bottom of this pit.
Perfect.
All right.
I'll get that in a moment.
He's not surviving that fall.
I do have a question about the symbols.
I'm going to, this little crystal will be his core. Right there. Okay.
Very cool.
Question.
So in the room before this, we had the symbols in front of us. Because I only know the Aquan one. I don't know what the others mean. But does the symbol in the middle match the one that was in the middle
Yes,
in the last
yes,
room?
yes.
Okay.
They are the same symbols.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Okay. I know you said it was lethal down.
Yeah.
It's important. I need to know how far down it is.
Okay. Well, if we're doing fall damage, it's bad. I'm just gonna do this because it's again new.
He said it was 40 feet.
It's 40 feet. So falling, when you fall more than 5 feet, you take damage equal to half the distance you fell
40
when you
feet.
land. So it'd be 20 points of damage.
Cool. I just really needed to know how far down it was there.
It's 40 feet.
I needed to know if I could go, okay, Mage Hand now and pick it up, or if I need to go, Mage Hand.
Okay, but
Raw, it works. That's
we
all I'm
really
saying.
have to get the mage hand coming out like a bullet and punching someone in the face. All right, is that it for you? You have one action left?
That will be it for
tripped
me
and
because I
shoved?
can't. Yeah.
The shell. I mean, the spell was 2, right?
Yeah. So.
Oh, gotcha. All right, lovely. That's where it's Cordelia with Ernie on deck.
Alrighty. Is this a smart move? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna go ahead and use Reach spell
Ooh,
so
even
that
better.
I can activate telekinesis projectile and still reach people.
Oh, it's so good. It's so
Yes.
And then attack the person.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna bring it up and hopefully pull it out of all of its gook, so it maybe can't reassemble itself.
So you pull up the core from the ground.
Yeah.
So it's like earthen core, just like floating right here. What do you do with it?
Do I slam it into the thing, or do I?
Into the fire.
Into the fire. Into the fire. Into the fire.
Stop metagaming.
Just gonna toss it
Let
in the
her
fire.
panic. You didn't need to make an attack roll to see if you hit it.
If nothing else, it's still cool.
So you missed the AC.
It makes the Rocket League goal
Yeah.
explosion.
15.
It falls in the fire and does, in fact,
Now we
and
kill this Steve.
the mechanical machine. This one powers down.
Oh!
Hero point. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible.
Okay, and that was all 3 of them because I had to use reach.
Okay, yes, yeah, you had to power that one up. Very cool use of your meta magic there. All right, I was like, it might be meta magic. Like there might be a different term. All right, that's gonna bring us to Ernie. You're up.
God damn it! There's another one. I'm gonna hit it with my short sword.
You're literally spawn camping right now.
Yeah, seriously. I'm leveling this up so fast.
EXP hack.
18 versus it's flat-footed.
It drops, backstab, backstab. 18
It's the moon game.
It does hit. It's flat-footed. Thank God it's flat-footed.
That's going to be 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Son of a bitch!
It's on death's door. It's like
I swing
crumbling
again.
to bits.
That's going to be 17 versus it's flat-footed.
Oh, I have to check. This one has the highest AC, I think. No, that's exactly it. Oh my God, that's exactly its flat-footed AC.
That's another 6 points of damage.
It crumbles down into nothingness. The core just glowing in front of it.
For my third action, I just pick up the core and like hand it out to Wesley.
All right,
So I think if you're... Oh, no, you picked it up.
Brooks, you're up.
Yeah, I don't think I can chunk it.
So if I hold my turn, I can put it underneath Wesley's.
Say again.
If I'm holding my turn,
A held action is...
Held and delay are not the same.
Yeah, you can delay or you can hold an action. There's a difference. So you want to delay your turn?
yeah, I'll delay my turn until after Wesley.
All right, so delay.
It's a free action.
All right, you wait for the right moment to act. The rest of your turn doesn't happen yet. Instead, you're removed from initiative order, and you re-enter initiative as a free action triggered by the end of anybody else's turn. So you're just like, I'm out until I want to get back in.
Yeah.
So you literally remove yourself from initiative and then jump back in when you want to.
And it'll be your new initiative.
Yeah.
So I'll delay until after Wesley's turn.
Okay, let's do that. All right. And that's going to bring us to Wesley. Yeah.
I'll take the core, and then I'll do a stride, quick, over
Do it,
there,
do
and
it.
Just go to slam dunk it.
Okay.
No splashing, no splashing.
You throw it in and it bursts and burns. And this one powers down.
You hear NBA Jam sound effects.
Yeah. He's on fire. The glass shatters.
Come on and slam.
All right, that's leaving just the last one.
Should be
And Brooks, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and shove the whole thing into the.
Wait, what?
I think you need to reposition.
You gotta get behind it.
It's
it.
up.
All right, one action to get behind it.
It's like. Go. I guess that would be a grapple / shove. I'm
It's
not
a
really
shove.
sure.
It's a shove, yeah.
Okay, so shove.
Oh boy.
Actually, I'm gonna use. This seems like a good time to use it. I'm gonna cast Athletic Rush.
I
Okay,
really
athletic.
wanted you to, but I didn't want to tell you how to play your
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. So Brooks's feet dig in, and you watch that other like spectral form of Brooks like overpower and like come into him. The muscles begin to surge, the veins begin to pulse.
Okay.
All right.
So athletic check. Okay.
Let's go versus fortitude.
Yeah. 24.
24 is a success.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that even though you succeeded,
He's teetering.
there's a wall, so you pushed it over the wall, and it's like teetering over the fire right now, like over the lava. I'm gonna say that.
Okay, so that's 2 actions.
Okay.
For my third action, I'm just gonna.
All right, you do make another athletics this time with fortune because it's teetering, but there's still a
It's
chance
teetering.
that you fail.
A gentle breeze will knock it over.
Yeah.
I only had one.
I just really need you to miss.
So if it's multiple attack penalty, do I subtract that from the athletics?
Yes, so
Okay.
it'll be -5.
Okay. Well, that's good. 18 plus 3, 21.
-5.
That's with the -5.
That's with the -5? All right, so Brooks, you shove it and it's like hanging over, and then you just walk over and grab the legs and flip it. And it does a flip and lands right into the fire, which absorbs it. And you hear as all the automatons are defeated in the correct order. You solved my magic puzzle. And everything dies
guessed.
down and gets quiet for just
Process of elimination.
a moment. Well done, y'all. All right, and now that we've solved that puzzle, as the wall behind this one, the iron behind it slides up, revealing a narrow tunnel. We're going to go ahead and take our break. We will be back in around 10 minutes. So everyone, don't go anywhere. We'll see you when we get back.
My torch is doused.
All right.
We only have 3 then.
And welcome back. Please don't do that.
I'd like to do it, but no.
Hey,
no.
you know what's funny? Thank you to whoever told us this was going on. Let me just, y'all are going to see a little bit how the bacon is made here, because,
Bacon.
Shazam! Whoopsie!
Everyone close your eyes for just one moment.
Oh boy, we're going to do this.
Willing suspicion
People
of
love
disbelief.
behind the scenes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fine.
So camera 1 and camera 2, they do get mixed up sometimes.
It's fine.
Oh, we did too much. You go back. There you go.
You can fix that in post, right?
Yeah, fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
This is the post-production.
I mean, the thing is, I could, but I won't.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It's much funnier to have people be like, that doesn't fit.
Wait a minute.
Are they playing each other's characters?
Yeah. All right. Now that everyone's in their proper positions.
There we go.
Thank you, whoever caught that. Before the break, where we were was we are on this island, and the party has discovered some sort of religious or I don't know, some sort of strange monumental torch to the dwarven god of discovery, Otun. In doing so, they bore each of them some torches in an effort to maybe solve some sort of puzzle or trial that he had set forth. Going to the first room, they all had to speak some truths out loud. Some of them speaking secrets, and others their innermost desires. The next room was somewhat of a puzzle where they had to discover and rationalize which of these creatures needed to be destroyed in the correct order, which they did through sheer force. I'll solve your puzzle by force. And lastly, after they solved that puzzle, a metal door opened up, revealing a dark, cramped tunnel in front of you. It is...
You gonna get stuck again, Kai? I don't-
Probably.
It's not quite the same as the squeezy tunnel, but it is in fact too small for anyone to do anything but crawl in. Ernie, you can crouch kind of okay,
Yeah.
and like you won't be like hindered as much, but even you can't fit side by side with someone. You have to go single file, and you have to crawl.
I mean, let's be honest. We all know that I'm going to go in there first. Do I need to go ahead and get out the oil to start, like, putting it all over Kai now? Or do you think we can wait a bit?
Perhaps before we do that, just kind of gather around for a moment.
Okay.
And she's...
I pointedly put my torch in the other hand to get it away from your hair.
And I'll go ahead and cast the healing, like, horror thing from the staff.
3-action heal.
The 3-action heal. And I'll heighten it. for
One
the
spell,
last
do
part.
3 thing.
So, it is 10 points of healing for everybody.
Wow.
Juicy. Can we get some juicies in chat?
That's some juicies. Juice for the Juice King.
Brooks clears his throat and just has his no longer burning torch.
What happened there, bud?
Right.
I got drenched in water.
Oh.
I'll call.
Moist.
They tried to do that to us, but we dodged it.
He just puts it.
You have one torch, yeah.
Do you want to light it?
I'll call Emma.
I pull out my lighter.
I don't think this is the kind of fire that
It's not magical.
this
They were very
trial.
pointed about that. Okay.
I don't think that's gonna work.
All right. Well, we didn't try it, but okay. I'm gonna start crawling down this tunnel.
Okay. As Ernie puts his face in the tunnel, above him he can't see, but above him as he's crawling in, you can see the rune above the dust automaton shift. It like scribes out and carves itself into the stone, and in Dwarven it just reads, Perseverance.
What did the first one say? What did the first puzzle say?
Perseverance.
Okay. I start
So you're
crawling.
holding a torch in one hand and you're crawling?
I mean, let's be honest here. Can I hold it in my teeth?
You can hold it in your teeth and crawl, yes.
Okay.
I just need to make sure that you're still holding it.
Yeah, I'm holding it in my teeth and crawling.
Hey, what's your,
And I'm gonna do this. Never mind, I can't hold a torch stealthily. Yep.
what's your perception bonus?
I have a +8 and I have low light vision.
You have low light vision.
I do.
Okay.
And I know it's at least low light because I have a torch
It
in
is
my
low light
teeth.
because you have a torch. You are absolutely correct.
So like up to a
So you have a +8.
right. And
Night
You-
vision braces.
You stop just in time. Literally just in time because you hit the DC exactly on this secret roll. So Ernie, you're crawling forward with the torch and like, and then you stop. Because the whole cave is brown,
Yeah.
right? It's rocks, the whole cave is brown. But then you're like, huh, that's a different shade of brown. And you look, the entirety of the tunnel in front of you now, and begins to split into two paths. Before it does, right at the crest of the Y, there's like little fuzzy patches of what looks like mold. And you stop.
Well, that looks bad. Do I recognize this mold?
You could definitely.
I'm terrified because I, as a player, I recognize this mold.
If you've been playing tabletop RPG, specifically these certain classic D20 systems,
Yeah.
you recognize this. But
Does
are
Ernie
you
recognize
trained in
this?
survival?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're trained in survival, you can roll.
14.
14. It's brown mold. Brown mold is interesting. It is voracious. It's a hungy mold. It grows in these small patches and doesn't really do much besides just sit there. But it is horrifyingly hungry for warmth. People have murdered entire villages accidentally by trying to burn it out of the house. If it gets on your skin, it sucks the warmth out of your body. Bringing fire, even within 5 feet of it, will cause it to expand exponentially and grow. Miles of it can grow in a single day just off of the warmth of just one fire spreading it.
Yep.
And that's just in one of the tunnels?
And no, it's in imagine
like
the tunnel's
it's
about to
like
split into a
an
Y,
in
it's in the tail of the Y.
I back up
Okay.
so that it's
Wait,
like
you're doing the
I'm like
Wario's backwards crouch.
Yeah.
Just like,
I'm like fishtailing my way out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some brown mold in there, and if we get near that with the torch, we're gonna die. So does anyone have anything really cold, preferably magical levels of cold? Yep. Because I got a plan B. I always have a plan B. I would rather do this one by the book. But you've got about 8 seconds to tell me about something cold before I go to plan B.
You were one away
From dying.
Cordelia's just like, unfortunately, no, I don't have any cold magics per se.
could you like
You got any
just
like cold
physically remove
cold bullets?
I got poison, wet, and zap.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl back in. Here, hold this torch, please.
I'll hold
take
it.
it.
I got
Yeah.
nothing.
Without the torch, you cannot see.
I pull out a mundane torch and light it,
Okay.
and I crawl. I want to be 10 feet away from this mold.
Ernie's smart enough to know it likes that warmth.
Yeah, I'm
just
getting.
as much.
I'm not getting.
Okay.
I'm just not risking it. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so I get 10 feet away from this brown mold.
Okay, you're 10 feet back.
And I reach into my backpack, and I pull out.
So you're in a cramped tunnel.
Okay,
You
well,
are a gnome.
I was going into this tunnel with this in plan, so we can say I pulled it out ahead of time.
Okay.
So
torch one hand, thing in the others?
I pull out. It's like one of those things you use to pick up garbage.
The
But-
little pinchy?
Yeah, the little
Does it have a
pinchy.
dinosaur head on the
It has
end?
a little head at the end, except for it's got like one of those like diamond like crank things, and I go.
Are you gonna...
And it's fully extended to 10 feet.
Ernie, there's a lot of noise going on. What's...
Just like
I'm just using my extendable pincers, and I go, and I pick up the brown mold, and I just kind of,
Okay, you
And
pick up 8.
and I keep moving it to one of the tunnel directions.
Okay.
The one
Pick
on
up
the
the mold.
You need to make a disable. It's a survival check. You must be trained. So you're gonna go ahead and try.
Already looks like
You're
it
gonna do a
has some
survival
mold.
check to remove 10 feet of this mold.
Okay. 13.
13. So you're like, and you pick it up, and you're like, ah, shit, it's mold. I can't peel it up. It's not a Band-Aid. It's not gonna rip off of the wall. So you rip off patches of it, and now your extendy grabbies are covered in brown mold. It's just like stuck on the edges of them.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure they came up with a plan C while I was in here. I extinguished the torch and I
Okay. please.
Wait!
extinguished the torch first.
It's like, well, that's going
And
on.
then I put the, thank you very much, brown mold covered extendable pincers into the bag of holding. That will be a surprise tool that helps us later.
Okay, please just take a hero point. And now you have a hero point from coming back from break.
Oh,
I'm.
I forgot about that.
Turns out the best part of Ernie is him failing at things just constantly.
Yeah, you
While
just,
he's
yeah.
while he's doing this, I'm thinking about brown mold. I have survival as well.
Okay.
And I'm. How does it react to water? Is what I'm trying to think about, right?
To moisture,
Yeah.
it makes it soggy.
Makes it soft.
It
wet.
it gets it's like when you it's like pouring water on like some algae or something. It just kind of like, ugh, it's squishy now. Ugh, gross.
Yeah, I mean, with enough pressure, theoretically, you could wash
If you
it
had a
off.
pressure washer, you could spray it off the tunnel. Sure, yeah.
I've got a pressure washer.
I was about to say, wait a
Hang
minute.
on.
I might be able to
I'm
help with
pre-equipped
that.
with one of those.
I'm about to drain the tunnels.
This is gonna.
I got soap.
This is a
I also have soap.
This could be overkill, but we're gonna try this one more time.
You want to cast the water spell through the soap and like...
Otun, I will cleanse your temple. Otun's colon cleanser.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to, as Ernie comes back out, I'm gonna hand him.
Yeah,
the
that
torch
didn't work.
back, and I'm gonna crawl my big ass down the tunnel.
Do you want
have
the
a torch?
grease?
Huh?
You have a torch?
No, I do not have
We have
torch.
dark vision.
I have dark
So you
vision.
can see.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. I never needed one. So, I'm army crawling my way down, and
God.
I know it's there. He's talked about it, so I
Yeah,
see.
you stop.
kind of the
I'll
remote
say
button.
because he told you the position
Yeah.
of it, you stop before this patch. This patch.
Okay. I don't like those. I don't like those. Nobody likes any part of those words. So I know he scraped it about a little bit, so it's kind of like smeared against the front.
Like-
How much brown mold are we talking?
Like, it's like little lumpy patches all over that are like kind of unavoidable. Like there's like little 1 foot patch here, a 6-inch patch here, like polka dots at indiscriminate patterns.
Okay. Do you know when you're like, you're a kid in the bathtub and you do the thing where you like
Yeah,
spray the
yes.
water? Okay. So Kai puts his hands together, and I'm gonna cast Spout, and he's gonna spray water and see how much it's affecting the. Yeah, exactly. And see how much it's impacting the mold.
All right,
that's
let me
there.
let me look up spout real quick.
Yeah. You want to tell you about it?
I just typed in Spotify.
It's
That doesn't help.
It's a cantrip, and it does a D4 plus 2 at this. Hey, hold on, let me see if it's.
But you're doing your hands like that, so it's double damage.
No.
It's
well, it's
bludgeoning.
heightened actually, so it's gonna be it's
It's
extra
bludgeoning,
damage.
but it's just a 5-foot burst. But now you're in
I think it's 3D4.
you're in a tiny cave, so you risk it splashing back on you
I
and have
three
bringing
level,
mold,
right?
like
that at 5.
spreading the mold
no, you're
essentially.
Did you hear
So
that?
even though this is a cantrip,
Uh-huh.
you're spraying water with force. You're like essentially like pressure washing this.
Yeah.
There's not a specific thing saying it's not going to splash into the ceiling and drip off, or like some of it's going to wash back up on you or cover the ground and down both the tunnels. So I need you to give me some sort of aim or direction in a way that you're controlling this, that it doesn't just spread everywhere. Like how are you aiming the water? Give me something that I can give you to roll to kind
Already has
of
the
maneuver the water around.
Yeah, I heard. My initial intention here was this is a test, right? I wanted to see like how this is impacting it. So I'm not trying to go and clean it all off right now.
Okay.
Right?
You're just trying to do like one big patch.
I'm basically trying to hit a patch and see how well it actually scours it with this force of water, right?
It scours it. It
Okay.
cleans off a patch, and it goes and like washes it
Okay.
down the left tunnel.
Left tunnel. Interesting.
Well, like, if you tell me something different.
Yeah, I mean, no.
If you're just like, yeah,
I didn't
and
direct
it's-
it. I didn't direct it. That's
Yeah.
the only reason I'm just saying. Okay, interesting. Left tunnel. Yeah, R.I.P. left tunnel.
Checks.
In that case, how much? You said it's kind of tight in here, right? Like I don't have much
Yeah.
maneuverability one way or the other.
Interesting. As you're like adjusting and like you guys hear of the water like spraying down the tunnel. Interesting enough, as you're there and you're like getting a little bit closer now that you have a little bit more leeway, you see carved into the wall, because I just rolled your secret check.
Okay.
You like look left and there is literally scratched into the wall, into the stone, a dwarven script, and it says, "Not this way" on the left tunnel, and it says "this way" on the right.
Okay, that's awesome. We love to hear.
I rolled
that.
your secret check. You rolled very high.
Blessed be this day.
Follow the leader.
Your perception
since
plus,
you don't need a
plus 7,
torch.
right? Your perception plus 7.
Let me double check. I believe that
7
it
or
is at
8.
least that. No, it's 6. I've got
Okay,
plus
6 is still good. That's fine.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I think in that case, and I was testing it. How much did you say I got off just now?
I mean, you could just do that again. You just have to pick a direction. So like.
Yeah. Okay.
You'd have to
Yeah. Then
spray it
I'll just keep spraying it down the left.
Okay.
tunnel then.
So you hear. You cleared out the tunnel
Okay. Cool.
as far as you can see.
I think it's safe for now.
And then it splits off, so you have to choose either left or right.
Yeah. So
Left
I mean,
is
clearly,
like full of brown
it-
mold soup. So.
yeah. Where the left tunnel is.
We've abandoned it.
I'm gonna keep spritzing down the left and just try to shove it further back. In
Okay,
the
yeah.
right? And then as I wait for them to come behind me, I'll be like, "You can come now. It should be safe."
Okay.
Cool. I'll go. You say
All
it's
right.
safe. I'll start going.
Okay. Hang on. This is actually important. I'll get the marching order. We've got Kai. We've got Wesley.
Okay. Torch in one hand, soap in the other. Let's go.
I'll follow.
Oh Jesus! Not so close. Otun, not so close.
Imrus is kind of like hopping along behind
Yeah.
me.
Okay. We got Imrus, and then we got. I'll use this for Imrus because I left his mini in the room. And then Brooke should bring up the rear.
Sure.
Okay. That's our order. All right. So you begin going down the
I
right.
hope this isn't a huge.
Start going down the right tunnel, and I am being careful to look for more brown mold.
Okay. You go down the right tunnel, and you're being very careful to look for more brown mold. You do find some brown mold. This time, not at the Y, but it splits into another Y, another tunnel, left and right. Both tunnels replete with even more brown mold.
Okay. Well, step 1. I'm gonna look around for the conveniently located dwarven script. No.
I rolled for you, buddy. Sorry.
Does anyone see some writing somewhere? There was something indicating the correct direction last time.
Can we roll for that? Or no?
I'm
You
too
can
far
roll
away.
if you want to. Everyone can roll perception with misfortune.
All I can really see is
Oh man,
Wesley,
too bad it's a
but-
misfortune because I got a nat 20 and a 3.
17.
She said there's a Y, but it's not at the Y. It's in the. It's in
It's
each.
in the arms
each-
this time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
Detect magics is perhaps one of them fake.
I don't do that. Not today.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Interesting. How far does detect magic go?
30 feet?
Okay. About 30 feet down the left tunnel, there is a magical aura. Yes.
I do sense something to the left. I can't
I can,
tell what it is.
It should be second level detect magic, right? Or
it's a cantrip.
Yeah, but they scale.
it does different things the higher level.
It's
it
heightened
is.
at third level.
It's hiding at third level?
Okay.
So what all do you find out?
You have third level spells at level 4?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we have them.
You shouldn't.
It's not +1 for.
Yeah, it's school if you heighten.
You
the
receive
third.
no information beyond the presence or absence of magic.
There is a presence of magic down the left tunnel. Yes.
Okay. So I do sense something to the left, but I don't know if that's good or bad. I just know it's there.
I think I can clear one of these tunnels.
Was the writing on the wall magical? Perhaps.
And I mean, if anything, if anything, I can clear the right tunnel if I can get to it. I can do something similar to Kai.
It's a bit cramped. We'd have to.
Well, you'd have to. You and Kai would have to go left so that I could get to the right.
Yes, but mold.
I'm gonna clear the whole tunnel at once.
What are
but
y'all
I can
talking
only
about?
do it once.
I can't see. Y'all
There
are,
are torches here.
y'all are big though.
While they're talking, I'll scoot back and
Okay.
see if like the magical writing he was talking about registers as I get closer to the.
Oh, it's not magical. Someone carved that into the wall, and it's like an optical illusion. He pointed out, he told you where to look for it so you can see it. You know that scene in The Incredibles where he's like, gazer beam. Like he sees it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be looking straight at it to see it because it's literally carved into the stone. You can't see. If you didn't read Dwarven, you would never see this anything but a big scratchy pile of rocks. Only because you passed that check and you literally looked at it dead on, you would not have seen it otherwise. Which means like it's like an optical illusion. You have to look at each rock and try and see. So you can try again, but each time you get more and more frustrated. The DC is going to get higher and higher, and
Makes
you failed.
sense.
You
Was
failed your
not
initial check,
magical.
your secret check.
I'm gonna try one more time before I'm
Okay.
just gonna
Go for it.
give it a shot. So
All right, the DC is higher.
go. No.
Sorry.
No, fuck that. Hero point.
I was
No,
Let's do it.
hero
Do
points.
you have hero point?
I do. I have two because we got one coming back from
Quick,
break,
chat,
and I
give him
had.
misfortune.
I was given one.
No.
Chat, please no. Just stay out of this one.
They'll be too slow anyway.
All right. It's an 18. Probably not, huh? Yeah. I think
Sorry.
so.
You're looking
All
for
right.
23.
I don't like to use this for things quite as mundane as this, but I suppose our lives depend on it. And Kai pulls the mask off of his sleeve.
Wait. I had an idea. I can maybe figure out which way to go.
How?
Um,
Do you want to pass something?
I'm looking at you, but I can't really do that in this tunnel.
You're like heads over your shoulder, like, what you talking about?
Underneath you.
Pass it to the front.
I don't know if this quite works like that. No, never. I think I'm misunderstanding the item. My mistake.
Okay.
Sorry.
Never mind. Do your thing.
Carries on.
So he puts the mask on.
and dons the mask, whispering some words in Aquan, almost nonsense really. But the fang jaws open up, and I use Tidal Crash, to put out a highly pressurized sphere of water straight down the left tunnel, and I'm trying to basically just pressure power the whole way down.
You're power washing
Yep.
the last tunnel.
Yeah, it's a huge sphere of water, and the intention is just to go boom and burst it all the way down the tunnel.
Potion of water breathing.
Okay, I'm gonna say no roll needed. You cleanse the second tunnel. What you hear is the water hit something and backsplash. And I'm gonna roll a percent die real quick.
Did we make a mistake?
We're all stuck in this together.
Okay,
Okay.
I rolled 10 out of 100%.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
the tunnel
Unless it is.
was a short one. As you cast Tidal Crash, it does in fact clean the brown mold and it sprays it forward. And then it hits the back wall, and with that force, it's going to roll backwards and wash what was back there forward. So as the water comes back over you, I need everyone to roll a reflex save at disadvantage.
Question.
Sorry, at misfortune.
Well, I guess you can only get so misfortune. And I was gonna say maybe I should take this on a misfortune because I'm kind of in the way. I'm pretty big.
I'll tell you what. You can take.
Act like a
you can
cork.
take. You can choose to take the brunt of the force of it, and it will save their torches and keep the party safe.
I think that's my decision then
So
here.
Kai braces himself, and
Mask on.
well, the good thing is it brings back water, not brown mold. It's just the water and the rocks coming at you. You washed all the brown mold down the tunnel.
Okay.
You are going to
Wrong
take
tunnel.
from the rocks and the flakes 13 points of bludgeoning damage. as you wash the rocks down and gravel is smacking across the face. The stones are like splashing in the water and gently fills back up the tunnel. And then something just floats down that gentle stream towards you. Something made of metal. It's actually what damaged you the most, and it lands right in front of
Just
you.
like a knife sticking out of you.
It is a small bronze medallion in the shape of a lion's head. Go ahead and add lion badge to your items.
Ooh,
Now, you know that tunnel is only about 20 feet long, like after the dip, and it is full of brown mold at the end there. You know that it's a dead end, and you know it's full of brown mold.
Okay, okay.
So you know that the right is the right way to go, but it is also full of brown mold.
Was this the magic I was sensing?
That is the magic. That is the item he is holding as the
You
magic.
get to
you're
watch
sensing.
the magic
Yeah.
slowly get closer as it's floating.
Man, good
It's
thing we
coming.
did that because we would have missed that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, we still have a tunnel filled with mold to have to take consideration of at this point.
Yeah, I could only do that once, though.
Yeah, I hear you.
It might be worth.
I don't suppose that thing you just got makes snow or ice?
I'm not sure. I haven't found it in the item list of this app.
It does not.
Yeah, okay.
It probably makes courage or hair or something.
Or hair. It's like, ooh.
Makes your
I
hair
don't know,
fabulous.
I
Yeah.
think a thing or two about hair.
I've done a magic item like that before.
Oh yeah.
You'll never solve my mold puzzle. Do you want the soap?
I mean, I could do spout too, but that's about the gist of it. I didn't realize that's what you were going to do. She's gonna, like,
We could
shoot
probably
things
get
out.
it if both of us could fit in here, but I don't think we exactly fit shoulder to shoulder.
It's small, but not that small.
We could, like, partially go down the wrong tunnels to rearrange our order.
How much? You said 20
I
feet
hate
back
those
there?
puzzles.
It's like at 20 feet, because you could see that if it was 20 feet. It's like a little dip, and then it's like 20 feet like after the little. Curve
Yeah,
of
we
the
can
line.
rearrange
Okay,
real
so I
fast
could
at
get.
the
I
Y.
could. I think I could safely like get
You
into
could go
the
in
tunnel
10
level,
feet and let them pass you up, but you can't go more than 10 feet in because then you're in that brown mold that you spilled back there.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
With the Y there, do you think there's enough space for me to like maneuver so I'm going backwards down that tunnel instead of
You could.
face? Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
could go
I'm gonna
and-
do. I'm gonna do that then. I
All
don't
right.
wanna actually.
It takes you a little while, but Kai like goes in there and he scoots and he like rolls and you like scratch your back against the rocks and it's uncomfortable, but then you flip around.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Kind of shift enough that I can pass the torch to Imrith and start squeezing my way
Okay.
up and past Wesley so that I can be closer to Kai.
Okay. So Kai has gone off the left tunnel. and-
It's okay, Wesley
So
can
my,
squeeze.
my intention here
I'm really
was
good
that
at
so that we
squeezing,
can
yeah.
both see into the down the right tunnel,
Okay.
And you both just start blasting.
and now we're gonna start blasting.
So anyway,
Okay.
So I started blast.
I'll take the top, you take the bottom, and
All right.
we're gonna start trying to spout to clean off to slowly push the.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sprayed enough and clear it out. I'm just gonna save you some time. You spray it off. You clear out that tunnel.
It's probably gonna take a minute.
And it takes you guys a while. You're getting uncomfortable. As you guys have spent so much time, because you are using a cantrip, and it's taking a while, and
Yeah.
you're in this cramped space. I'm dealing with back pain right now, and I gotta tell you, this is not great for you. I need everyone to roll a fortitude save just from being in this uncomfortable position for so long. It might affect your player.
Can I just in the back, like, just be like,
Athletic
hard.
rush.
You know
Absolutely
what?
not.
I'll exempt Ernie because you're small enough that this will probably not affect you.
yeah, I'm just
Gotta
chilling.
use
I'm
that
not even
You
holding the
think
torch
this is a
right
good
now,
way?
so I'm just
Okay.
like,
I think it's a big deal for me. Since
All right,
I'm
this is not a
helping
hard.
clear
This is not a
everything,
hard
but
save, but I do want to go around and get it. Let's go, Cordelia first.
You said fortitude.
Fortitude.
23.
You're solid.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to use a hero point. I'm going to use 0 point.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Fortitude.
8, 19.
You're great.
18.
All right.
25.
You're great.
I'm at
8,
20.
9,
You're great. All right. So you guys are really uncomfortable. You notice that like spending this time, like your muscles getting cramped. You're getting the little. It's like starting to weigh on you. All right. So you clear the tunnel enough. Who wants to go down the tunnel now? This one's a little bit more lengthy than the others, but you've sprayed it and cleared it out.
I've been in this tunnel so long that I've actually, my skin has turned kind of the same color as the tunnel itself,
Yeah,
with
it's
little,
like
with little
darker
patches
hue.
of brown
Yeah.
mold on my skin, so it looks like I'm covered in it.
So yeah, as a chameleon gnome, you see Ernie has actually taken on like sort of the appearance of the natural surrounding around
I
him.
don't see shit.
I'm so tired of being in here. I don't fit. And Kai's gonna now go back around the Y to get through the right hand tunnel.
Natural 20 on your secret roll.
More brown mold.
So this time,
Black
as you
mold.
look up, you see it written in Dwarven right above you.
I was above you.
It says, "Believe in yourself."
Oh. Words of encouragement from a dwarf friend.
It does not tell you which tunnel to take, as it splits again, left and right. In wet pools of mush on the left and right of you are the puddles that you had sprayed. So this tunnel's clean that you're in, but again, the arms, you have now put these big bunches of brown mold right here. Just imagine if you guys hadn't seen it at first, like how the situation would be like.
Well, Ernie would be dead. And that would be the whole story.
Be a lot quieter.
Ernie would be dead, and we'd be back on the boat.
Tell my story.
He'd like to set fires. So it would be
Knowledge master.
It was only a matter of time.
He died like he lived.
Mushy. Okay, so there's another
Y,
Y, some encouragement from a dwarf friend.
It just says,
And
"Believe in yourself."
Believe in yourself. Thanks.
It says
Non-copyrighted ninja.
It says believe in yourself.
We went right twice. I
Just
mean,
crawl right down the middle, man. Just right into the wall. Believe.
Bonk. Ow.
There's a lot of wet mold.
No,
How deep down?
straight
each
ahead.
arm
Neither
is
path.
Each arm you can see about 40 feet, like the edge of your dark vision. So it's a long tunnel each way.
I meant how far down is the mold puddle?
The mold puddle is
Yeah.
like all right at the tip. Like you sprayed it right at the edge of the Y. So like this is the Y. It's right here at the base of it. Like you
like there's a
sprayed it
puddle
out.
in each.
Now that I'm at the
Yeah, I know. That's what I
You
was
did
thinking.
this.
I know.
now that I'm closer to the front, can I go ahead and use detect magic just to see if I can get any inkling of maybe something in a room at the end of these tunnels?
Or an illusion.
Interesting. How far does detect magic go?
It's
30 feet?
30 feet.
There's nothing within 30 feet of you. Does it pierce through walls? Usually it doesn't go through solid stone or...
Pulse that registers the presence of magic. Illusions. It doesn't say anything about being blocked by walls.
I would say, just from where you are and the angle and how the map is, I don't think you detect anything.
Kai.
Is it a straight line? We just can't see it because it's not lit. It's a straight tunnel. We just can't see
No,
because there's
it's-
not
yeah.
light. Okay, can I
No,
get
it's not a
up?
straight tunnel.
No,
it's
it's
supposed to
another
Y.
Y.
Right, but the Y's.
Each one is straight, yeah.
Yeah, can I crawl up there with you, Cordelia, for a second? Kai, can you come back to this spot? Let's
That-
spot
no.
for a second.
No.
I is in the lead.
No.
Yeah,
Guys
but
in the front,
we can
there's-
go back to the previous Y and like.
Okay,
Fish
you will
tail.
do that and you will roll fortitude checks. We're doing all that backtracking
Give me
in the tunnel.
give me a moment. And
Okay.
Kai pulls a gold out of his bag and goes, "Heads we go left, tails we go right." And he'll close his eyes and do that. And as he does that, he casts a spell. And you see as a single lock of his hair in front begins glowing a brilliant gold. As I cast Nudge the Odds, which gives me supernaturally good luck at cards, dice, or other games of chance. I get a +1 status bonus to the game,
Yep.
the lore check to gamble here, and he's literally gonna flip the coin.
Okay.
Uh,
And what would you say? What would you say the odds were? It was heads is left and tails is right.
heads is left, tails is right.
It lands straight on tails.
Straight on tails. Tails, more right. I think you were right, Wesley. Should have called you Eastly.
I cast no direction.
I pull up. I pull up my compass.
Are we heading east?
All right.
I'm picking my gold back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna start freaking spouting this puddle down in front of us.
It should be easier now that it's so loose.
I want one more round of fortitude checks this time with a higher DC because you do clear the tunnel with your spraying.
Sure, of course.
But casting spells, which requires you to
Yeah.
gesticulate and to speak, and like you're all crammed in there. Everyone but Ernie. You need to
No,
break
I'm a
everyone.
contortionist.
We hero point
You know
that.
what? You are a contortionist. That's
I
true.
rolled that natural
You may
one.
roll with fortune.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I needed that.
You are a contortionist.
I think I might have needed a little bit more
Nat
help.
20, 27.
You feel great. You're like, actually, that stone actually broke one of like little
Oh,
cricket
this
on my back.
awful angle's actually
Yep.
kind of helping.
Brooks. 9? That's a failure. All right. So you, until you rest it off, you are all cramped. So you are going to be,
I spent a hero point.
yeah. You're enfeebled 1.
I used all my hero points.
You're
Me
going to be. You are enfeebled 1 until your soreness is relieved from.
Samesies, bro. I got an
You're
11.
enfeebled 1.
Oh, good thing it only lasts
I
one
rolled
turn.
I rolled a natural 1, hero pointed, and then rolled a 2.
Oh, thank God you didn't get that 1. All right.
Well, that's not good for me.
And then you see it. And then you hear it. The first thing you see is light. And you're like, oh, we made it out. And you can see the brown mold that you sprayed out floating like algae on top of this pool of water. And you give it a wide berth as you kind of have to swim out and go into this room. Pouring down is a massive waterfall. Beautiful. And above it, in Dwarven script, is another rhyme. There seems to be little else in here besides these, like, I think it's stone tiles, like a cathedral or something. This sort of like beautiful ivy growing up the walls, and then just this waterfall that leads to another cave behind it. It says, stripped down, you will know your truth.
Tearaway close.
I didn't even translate it yet.
When you do,
Wesley, what are you doing?
I assume
One
that
of
happens
them's an
when
arson,
you
one of them's a streaker.
when you do translate it.
It says strip down, you'll know the truth. Is that what it says?
It's stripped down, you will know your truth.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh my
pull the
god.
fancy clothes off.
Wesley, put your torch away.
Start taking the armor off.
Okay.
Strip down.
So Wesley just immediately just strips down his tearaway clothing. It's just torn off. The waterfall is still just. It's still just like nothing happens. Nothing triggers. Nothing. It seems like getting naked is probably not what this thing wanted, but who knows? It might help.
Who knows?
It was a choice.
Guys, I don't think that works.
And then Brooks, you realize you made an error in translation. Stripped down is, I guess, the way you would translate it, but it meant more like your soul is on display for everyone to see.
Oh, like figuratively.
Yeah.
But again, the translation is stripped down, so
I read what it said, okay?
I made that mistake before.
But
Can't go back to that
it's
church.
interesting, Wesley, as you do nudify yourself, and Wesley standing there
Just a torch.
with just the torch,
If you know what I mean.
the water sort of shimmers for a second in your eye, almost like it's calling you forward. And you can see, and you have to point it out because you don't know any Dwarven. In the water, rippling, you see Dwarvish script, and it just says, "Who are you? What are you worth? Who are you?
Someone translate.
What
that
are you
for me.
worth?" And once you point it out, they will translate that for you.
Yeah. Who are you?
It's alphabet soup.
I translated, but what did it say again?
Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you worth?
What are you? What are you wearing?
Nothing.
Who are you? Who are you wearing?
What's your AC?
Wants to know too much.
It does.
So the waterfall is at like the base of the pool.
No, you're at the base of the pool is like the entryway. Then you go up into these large tiles. There's like ivy on either side of you, and it's just the cave wall and the waterfall. And right through the waterfall is another cavern. So it's basically just the waterfall in here. It's like an antechamber.
The waterfall is blocking the cavern.
It's, I mean, you could go through the waterfall. It's a waterfall, but it's blocking the way the cavern's falling right. It's coming out of like the stone in the top, and it's just pouring down right over the cavern entrance.
It would be difficult to pass holding a torch.
You'd have, yeah, it's like passing a torch under a waterfall, so
Yeah.
it looks like it would douse it.
Well, Kai's not holding a torch, so he's gonna try to walk through the waterfall.
Who all is?
It starts shimmering more
I don't
and
have a
more,
torch
and
anymore.
it keeps reflecting the water in front of you. Who are you? What are you worth? Who are you? What are you worth? And the water seems to like flow more rapidly as you approach it.
Oh, so the waterfall is like increasing in.
Yeah, it's like
in
fighting
strength.
It seems like it didn't want you to pass, like almost responding to every step you took. The water poured a little bit more vehemently. It got a little bit more like gallons per minute. It's like spraying a little bit more profusely towards you.
Kai will look at it and say, I'm Kai, I man the cannons.
It just continues to ripple.
And he's gonna try, after having said that though, he's gonna try to push through the waterfall.
Okay. So Kai, you shove your head through the waterfall and you try and push through the waterfall. And the waterfall pushes back. So,
Accidental music.
Kai,
That kind of waterfall.
as you like shoulder through the water and you're trying to push through, literally you guys see Kai go in and then roll a fortitude saving throw.
Sometimes I'm good at this. Not this time. 14.
He gets thrown back 10 feet and lands prone as the waterfall coalesces. It swirls and spins, making this sort of elemental humanoid form. And the water surges from its body as it moves forward towards you guys. I need everyone to roll initiative.
How deep is the water we're in?
So you're not in water anymore. I'll just draw the map for you right here. So the water is in this little, just like that. And then there's the
These dice
room.
don't like me today.
The room that you're in. And then there's
There
a
you go.
waterfall just spraying at the side of it. And then there's the waterfall curtains
I don't want it to
just playing right
Sorry,
here.
chap.
And the map is not going to be very cute, guys. I didn't know we were going to get all this way today, so just apologies in advance for your... No, it's a real game. This is what real people's tabletop RPGs look like.
That's what you're here for.
I hope.
Real people, real
Real people, real content.
We almost lost to the
Alright.
fungus on the way puzzle.
We lost someone in the fungus puzzle. All right, you can see our cuts from the podcast. All right, so you guys let's see, Kai would be prone right here. Wesley is naked over here, and you guys just splashing in the water right here, or just out of the water. Would you like to be in the water or just out of it?
I would just be climbing out.
All right, again, it's a small room. It does seem like on the ivy, on the ledges, it looks like you could probably climb to the top of those and get on top, but you'd have to climb the ivy to get on top of those.
Quick torch check. Who has them?
I do.
Imrus has mine, and he's flying.
Are you still holding the one I handed to you, or have you handed it back to me?
I'm still holding it, I guess.
Okay.
Give my torch.
All right,
Take it.
let's go 30 to 25.
Nope.
25 to 20?
23.
Wesley, Cordelia,
Yep.
everyone else?
19.
12.
17.
Ernie Brooks.
Thematic.
Ernie, Brooks, and then Kai is last.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Wesley, you're up first.
Um,
You see this living waterfall in front of you, this swirling elemental made of the pressure coming from the waterfall itself.
if I put my torch, just set it, lean it against on the ground, is it in danger of going out if I just set it down? Who knows?
It's an unattended torch, so.
I'll spend my reaction to take it from you. You hand it to me.
Yeah, I'll use a stride to walk past Ernie and then offer him the torch, and he can
I take it.
use
Okay.
his reaction to grab it.
Got it?
And then I guess for my third action, I'm gonna approach the creature.
Okay. Turn the volume down a little bit.
And,
Oh, that's so loud. Oh boy.
As I approach it, I'm
There we
gonna
go.
be like, my name is Wesley, as far as I know, and I want to know what I'm worth. And I just get ready.
Give him a
Three
hug.
actions.
It visibly looks at Wesley, and it's looming over you with his elemental arms, and it's swirling, and you can watch as it's rippling, and it kind of splits open a little bit. And you see, even though you're the one in front of it, it completely averts its attention away from you. You can see the waterfall is spraying down and creating this creature, but it's also spilling onto the floor, making this liquid, like water, just start to fill the chamber. Not in a way that's like a trap that's going to bring it to the surface, but like the floor is wet to give this creature some movement in the water. It does leave some sort of opening behind it. There's like a gap in the waterfall because this is the waterfall moving around, but water is still streaming down from the sides. Wesley, it seems to have diverted its attention completely away from you.
Okay.
Cordelia.
Not entirely certain what our plan is with this thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and cast Ill Omen on it.
Okay.
I needed to go ahead and make a will save.
All right, that is going to be 17.
That fails.
Okay.
So the first time it tries to attack or make a skill check, it's got misfortune.
Okay. Any skill check that has misfortune?
Attack or skill check.
Attack or skill check. You got it?
Yeah, the first one.
All right.
And then she's gonna kind of like pass her hand over to Ernie, and she's like, I don't know if you intend to get in there, but I can stand back and hold that. But she is gonna cast guidance on Ernest.
Okay. Guidance is up. That's gonna bring it to you, Ernie.
He will. You're not holding one? He'll use his first action to hand the torch over to Cordelia.
Okay.
But then taking Wesley's lead without drawing a weapon, he's just going to walk up to it. My name is Ernest Mernstock. I lost my first chance and wasted the second chance, and I'm trying to do better with my third.
You can see the tendrils holding this thing together are ripping apart, and it spreads open. It completely diverts its attention away from Ernie. All right. Anything else for Ernie? Sorry, Kai. It slides over here. First action is stride. The water swirls up above its head, and it pulls together like a boulder, and it just slams down the tidal wave on top of you. It's going to use its wave.
It does have misfortune.
Natural 20. Ooh. Misfortune.
Ooh.
Yep.
You stopped a crit.
The
Well
black
done.
mist kind of swirls around it.
And as you see this black mist from Cordelia swirl around it, and it diverts its aim just a little bit. So instead of crushing your head, it hits you in the chest. Very well done. That's going to be a 13 plus 26 versus AC.
That does hit, yes.
Yeah. All right. And normal damage now. Whoo!
Not a crit.
Not a crit.
No, that's not a crit.
That's going to be
Oh, I guess I am flat.
13 points of bludgeoning. 13 points of bludgeoning. And you're pulled in 5 feet towards it. So you're right at its feet right now. All right, and as you're there, it's going to use its multiple attack. As you're within it, it's just going to try to crush you with the waves inside of it. That's a natural 12 plus 8, 20.
20 is just short of what it needs.
Okay, so you managed to like brace your...
Once again, I am flat-footed though. I'm prone, so actually I think that does hit.
Oh, correct. Yes.
It was a 21, so like that was very
right.
close.
Okay, so it swirls around and crushes you with the waves inside of it. Thank you for your honesty there. You're going to take some damage though. Not much. It's 11 points of bludgeoning now. As you're swirling around
looking
inside
pretty
of this
bad.
thing. All right, Brooks. What you got, Brooksy?
Let's see what I can do.
And then Kai, you're gonna be on deck.
I don't know if I have enough HP to do what I want to do.
Sorry, buddy.
So Brooks goes to reach for his fort, and then around Kai, sort of like another spectral Brooks like you've seen with the spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Stand next to him, and he looks like surprised for a second, and then casts a shield as well for a third action. But he's casting shield other.
Okay.
On Kai, so he will take half damage, and I'll take the other half of the damage.
All right.
But he's staying there.
All right. Love it. I'll put that around Kai. All right. Is that for you? Kai, you have a shield. A spectral Brooks is kind of like racing around you. What would you like to do? You're prone. Now, I said pull it into you, but you're not like entrapped or anything like that.
Right,
You can stand up and move.
Yeah. I am trying to remember. Well, I guess we don't know.
But if you do something with the move trait, I believe it provokes attack of opportunity if it has
the feat.
If it has
yeah,
the feat.
I think it does.
So you're the risk. Does it have an attack of opportunity? Not every creature does.
Yeah. That or crawl, which you can only crawl 5 feet at a time.
My inventory seems emptier than it should be. I thought I had a potion, but I do not.
Did you drink the one I gave you immediately?
I did. Yeah, I needed that. Okay. In that case, Kai's gonna kind of like roll over onto his back. I man the damn cannons! And he whips the Dizale up and fires directly into it with a shocking grasp.
Okay,
Level 2.
go for it. Oh boy. Ooh.
Okay, that's going to be a 27 to hit.
It does hit. You're one away from a crit. I'm sorry.
Oh, sad. Well, I can't do anything about that. That's very, hold on. Let me just make sure that that math is right.
Sorry.
Very sad. All right. In that case, the second level shocking grasp. So we're gonna get some.
Don't forget, Wesley. You're gonna be on deck after this. You are the damn cannon.
Ooh.
Ooh.
4, 26, 28. He needs to take 29 points of damage. 26 of that is electrical.
Okay. Lightning cracks through its body and it shrinks down in size. As Kai,
Out of curiosity, does it shrinking down in size make it not right next to me anymore?
no, it's still in the square next to you, but all the water that it was contained in now splashes around the room. The room is now difficult terrain unless you have a swim speed. All right, it is. It's bloody. You did a lot of its health.
I think for my last action, Kai has to try to like push himself back away from it. Yeah.
You want to crawl?
Yep.
5 feet.
5 feet still prone. Okay, love it. All right, next up is Wesley. Cordelia, you're next.
I'm gonna delay.
Okay, delaying. Ernie. I'm sorry, Cordelia. Then Ernie.
Cordelia kind of, no, I can't step up because that is an action. I'll remember it eventually. Cordelia looks at it and says, I'm Cordelia and I will not stand idly by as you hurt my friends. And she'll cast Soothe on Kai.
Bless.
So,
That's a different spell.
9 hit points. And you get a +2 status bonus against any mental saves that you need to make.
You see the water swells. It does not shred and tear away like it does with the others. It does not seem to respond to that statement the way that it did Ernie and Wes.
She just kind of shrugs, worth a shot, and casts Evil Eye on it.
Okay, save.
Yeah, it's a whole save.
Not high. 17.
Fail.
Okay.
It is frightened.
Ooh. All right, that's huge.
And I'm pretty sure.
It's frightened 1.
Yeah. And it can't be reduced below 1 as long as she's looking at it.
Ooh. So you've got the evil
Or
eye
is that a
literally
critical
staring
fail?
at it. I love that.
Let's see, hold on.
Is that 3?
That might be the critical fail
Might-
effect. I don't.
Condition cannot be reduced by 1 while the spell is active and I can see the target. So
That's awesome.
It stays at frightened.
So you like
1.
hold a frighten on it. That's a really good spell. All right, so it's now like trembling a little bit, but it still has that ferocity, that force of water that's spraying forward with all its might. It's gonna be Ernie's turn.
Ernie draws his short sword and walks over and stands, interposing himself between Kai and the water elemental. I think I understand the misunderstanding here. He does, in fact, man the damn cannon, but we only have one of them, and perhaps that's where there's a mistake. And he's going to stand there and hold his action to attack if Kai is attacked.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. Wesley, you jumping in?
Yeah, because I was thinking about doing a similar thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll interpose myself between.
Okay, so now you're after Ernie now.
Yeah, I'm after Ernie. I'll just be like, Ernie's right. He has worth to us, and perhaps my worth lies in what I can do for others. I'll ready my action to.
It begins to tear apart that statement again. It begins to shake and tremble. Apparently, everything Wesley says is working for whatever this thing is bonded to. It does not like what Cordelia, and it does not like what Kai is saying. All right, its turn. It is going to drench.
Oh.
Is anyone holding a torch that's adjacent to this creature right now?
I gave mine to Ernie.
And I passed it to
Ernie
Cordelia.
gave it to me.
Okay.
We played
So
telephone
no.
with
As the
the
water
torch.
spreads out, none of the torches go out.
I don't have it.
All right.
You have
It is
one,
still
I have
ignoring
one.
Ernie. It is still ignoring Wesley. Kai. It is gonna just.
I interrupt with an attack.
Okay, go for it.
23 to hit.
23 does hit.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
I
Okay.
don't know if. I mean, I can.
I can't imagine why it would be flat-footed to me, unless it not ignoring me would cause that.
No, I don't think so.
Does it have
It's still
feet?
aware of you?
Could I use my reaction before the strike goes
Yes,
off?
you can. Absolutely.
I don't know what else I can do. I'm attempt to shove it. I don't know if it's water. But it seems to have some sort of corporealness.
Okay, you can try.
I don't know if it's immune or anything. Why not? 23.
23. Okay. You shove it, and it goes back 5 feet.
Ooh, chilly, chilly.
I'll do the stride with it. So.
Okay, so you're coming with it.
Actually, no, I had to use my reaction to
Yeah.
attack. Never mind.
All right. Unfortunately, it does have reach, so it's gonna raise up those tendrils, and like the water
bad,
whips,
crit.
it comes down, whoosh, whoosh, slicing twice. Oh, Big Jolly, what's up? You're just in time to watch me put the pain on King of the Juice.
It does have -1 to both of them.
It does. First one whips, and Kai, you roll out of the way, and it slashes against the water. Second one comes up, misses again, splashing down and like coming down, and it sticks its hands in the water and absorbs some more of it. It makes 2 more whips. All right, that's it for the living waterfall. That's gonna bring us to Brooks with Kai on deck.
Shoot. Okay. So he's going to reach out a hand and cast Daze.
Okay.
Uh,
Natural 20.
okay. I think it still does 4 damage.
Yeah,
Though.
I
So it
think
does
it just
four
takes
four
damage.
mental damage.
What was it? A basic save?
'Cause it's-
Oh, basic will.
it
Yeah.
would have
Oh,
corrected.
so
so
it's
it's
no
not
effect.
big, so nothing.
That's
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm actually gonna back. Is Cordelia back there?
She is right here, 10 feet to the left.
Okay. I'm gonna use. No, I can't.
Does shield other sustain?
No. I don't think so. It just lasts for 10 minutes.
What you got?
I'm gonna cast shield again. Try
Okay. Shield up.
just kind of protecting the torch.
You got it. All right, that's going to bring us to Kai. On the ground, this thing has whipped at you twice with water, trying to strike at you using its just ire is completely on you right now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay. No, that perfect. Kai is gonna stand up, and he's kind of, he's just dripping with all of the water. So he's gonna stand up, and he's shoving another bullet back into his gun as he does so. And he
It does
levels.
not take an attack of opportunity.
He levels the gun at it, and takes the shot.
Okay.
Let's see. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Okay. All right. 4 more points of damage
Okay.
at it. And after it's fired, it's kind of quiet for a second. He's like, I don't want to man the cannon.
It just turns its attention to Cordelia, completely ignoring Kai now.
Biggest.
All right. That's going to bring us to Wesley. No, sorry. Cordelia's back up top.
Yeah, I'm after Ernie.
Mm-mm. You're behind Ernie. Yeah, you're after Ernie. That's
Yeah,
what you said.
that's
Sorry.
what
Yeah, it's Cordelia's turn.
I'm gonna sustain the evil eye.
Okay, evil eye sustained.
Give me an evil eye.
And she's gonna use telekinetic projectile to pick up a rock
Okay.
off the ground.
Pick up the mold.
Now moldy rock.
Oh no!
Not the mold.
Rolling for mold.
Oh lord.
No.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
There are 10 molds.
I rolled 10%.
The fact that that's a level 2 hazard is ridiculous.
And she's gonna launch it at it.
Okay. Launching the stone at it.
17.
17 does not hit. It parts the water, the stone breaks against the wall behind it, and it recloses the water, dodging the damage from the rock. Is that one action or 2 actions?
It's 2.
Okay. So that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. So it's I return to you. You try to hit it, and it just dodges out of the way, and now it begins to slosh towards you, gathering more water for its armaments. That's going to bring us to Ernest. It's not even paying attention to you guys anymore.
Yeah. I'm going to step up directly in front of it and actually sheathe my sword at this point.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, once I wasn't where I needed to be, and I'll never be unprepared again.
It's still steadfast. Its attention's still on Cordelia.
Okay. That's
Anything
my whole
else?
turn.
All right, that's Wesley.
Alright, Wesley. I'm gonna attempt to tumble through, just,
You're gonna be right against the wall.
yeah, I just want to, I want to tumble through it to get in front
Yeah.
of it and Cordelia. And,
Okay.
And I want to just, so let me pull my acrobatics. That's a 31 versus its reflex.
Crit success.
Okay, so don't treat it as difficult terrain. It doesn't really
Mhm.
matter. I just want to get in front of it.
Yep, you're in
and
front of
get
it.
panache, so I'm better at shoving it because I
Okay.
want to get it away. I'm just gonna try and push it towards the waterfall if I can.
Okay.
So
Push back into the waterfall. It regains all the hit points.
So that's a 21
21.
versus fortitude.
You shove it, and your hands just go through the water, and it sprays back at you, and it does not go anywhere. That's a failure.
Yep. Just gonna keep trying. Nope.
All right. Yeah, you're trying to push, but even though it's ignoring you, it's like
I
pushing
actually
it.
slip in the water.
Oh, you slip in the water and go prone.
Yeah.
All right.
I rolled a 1.
It's a waterfall force. It's heavy. It hurts. It pounds against you, and you watch Wesley just slip and now he's
naked.
crushing the waves.
Yeah.
That's its turn now. It dissolves into the water, and you can see like a lump of a wave moving at stellar speed of 60 feet as it scoots right over to Cordelia. First action was to move. Second action, drench. It explodes and water just sprays out. If you're holding a torch, it is now gone.
Alright.
Okay? Alright, and then its last attack is going to do a crushing wave as it reforms above you and then just collapses down. It rises up and lets all the full force of its water fall down upon you.
We have 2
That's
torches
going to be-
left. Emrys has 1. Where's the other?
I have it.
Ah, okay.
24 versus AC.
Yeah, that's.
Alright, here comes the damage. That's going to be 4. You take 11 points of bludgeoning, and it's going to pull you right in, right next to it, which you already are. Alright, that's its turn. All 3 actions. Brooks, you're
As
up.
it takes off towards Cordelia,
Yes.
I scream, "Get back over here!" And I take off after it, and I run right behind it.
You have a feat for that?
I have
What's the feat?
It's Relentless Pursuer.
Relentless Pursuer.
I
Okay.
use my reaction to chase it down.
You got it. You're right behind it. Very cool feat.
Reactive Pursuit.
Yeah, gotcha. Alright. That's Brooks now.
It's difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kai. I'm gonna move over to Kai and hand him I'm gonna hand my torch out.
You can use your action to take it.
Oh, I can use your action. That's true.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll take it. Sure,
Okay.
why not?
That's one action. No, two actions.
2. And 3, I'm going to walk back over to it.
To the creature?
And can I pull out my fighter's fork as part of that stride?
As part of that stride,
Okay,
yes. You have the fork out. And you can say the command word for free.
Dinner time.
It's dinner time. The fork turns into this trident, this silver prong, striking out, glowing with this crackling blue electricity around you as the fighter's fork is ready for dinner. All right. Is that it for you?
It's all
That
three.
brings us to Cordelia at the top, this thing right in front of you.
Yeah, she kind of looks at the
Wait, really?
torch.
The last time you
Oh,
went
Kai.
was-
Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
Classic
went.
me. Kai, then Cordelia. I'm sorry, Cordelia.
Okay,
No, it's okay.
so I'm gonna reload the gun one more time,
Give me a
and
moment.
Kai, holding the torch back in one hand, is gonna take aim. The Dazale kind of nestled against the crook of his arm, and I don't want to man the cannons. He takes the shot. Ooh, okay, here we go. That's a 30 total. Critical. Excellent.
Do it.
Okay, but unfortunately I can't get my deadly because it's one-armed right now. Make me sad. So that's 11 points of damage. And,
It's on death's door.
and as he does that, I want to chart our path.
It turns his attention completely away from Cordelia. As he screams that, it pulls all the water in the area into itself, and it seems to pull up its full attention once more back on Kai. Whenever you say that and you say it like that, whatever this creature's purpose is, you have just been anathema to that. It dislikes what you said so greatly.
Did it regain all of its hit points?
No, it doesn't regain any hit points. This is just for flavor.
Thank God. It's just
All right. So Cordelia is now not looking at you.
She is gonna kind of like look up a little through the drenched hair.
Soggy.
Yeah. But she does look just like a little defeated, and she'll cast the torch down, and just in a very small voice, she says, "I'm Cordelia, and I have never known my worth."
It splits. The tendrils of water holding together, just pulling apart. It shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. The water flooding into the room. It's looking like it's on its last legs.
And after saying that, she's going to maintain evil eye on it, and then so she dropped the torch, but then telekinetically she's going to pick it up and just whack the thing.
Okay,
with
go
it.
for it.
Oh, it's already drenched.
Yeah. 13.
13 does not hit. I'm sorry.
It's-
It goes into it and like
it's
swirling
very
inside of it
half-hearted.
now. Yeah. All right. Cordelia, Ernie.
Without any sort of usual grin on his face, he just pulls his short sword and starts slashing at the back of it. 21 to hit,
21 does hit.
6 points of damage.
You slice at it, and it shrivels down even more. Now just like swirling, less of a living waterfall, more like a living puddle as it bubbles, and you can see the screaming face in it. No!
He swings again.
Go for it.
15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
He swings again.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 does not hit. Your half-hearted, ungrinning face, slicing at the waterfall, just ineffective. Slicing at the water, chopping at it. Splashes come up, but nothing that's breaking the bonds of this creature. Nothing that your words haven't already done. Is that for you?
Yeah.
Wesley.
Where am I in relation to it? I can't see there's a cup in the way.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there is the cup in the way. Sorry, whoever's drink that is. So you're the one laying down right here on the edge, and then it's over here. So
Okay.
you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, so I
25.
stand for first movement.
Okay,
I'm
first
25.
stand.
I'm 25 feet away from it.
Yep.
Okay, so instead of running, from a standing, I just do a long jump towards it using quick jump.
You can
and
jump 25 feet.
I can jump up to my speed. The DC is the distance I'm trying to jump, but since I have flamboyant athlete, it's actually reduced by 10, so it's a DC
15 to jump 25 feet from a standing position. So Wesley leapfrogs
So I
up.
rolled a 4 plus 12, so that's
16, that makes it. He
So I
leapfrogs
jump,
up and
as I'm
springs
in
forward.
It, I just unload my confident finisher into its face. So this is 22 to hit.
Just describe to me how you destroy this living water elemental.
Naked, by the way.
Yeah,
I
completely.
grab
in the news.
I see
The
the torch floating within its body. I grab it and just sort of like swirl it and scoop the elemental up into like basically a snow cone, just like
Douse it.
yeah, or like
Take a hero point. That was incredible. And has left the creature into nothing. The room is now just this still, stagnant mess of water. The waterfall still drips, but nowhere with the ferocity that it did before.
There's silence for a couple of seconds. Kai goes. Piece of shit didn't think I could chart a course. I know how to chart a course.
I sort of walk back to like grab my things, but pat him on the shoulder like I reach up, so, pat it, just like yank the ponytail, hair longs up, just pull some, I guess, underwear on. And grab the rest of my things.
I've never needed fan art more than ever of the freaking One Punch Wesley. Like, come on.
Like
With the sensor bar.
tasteful blocking in the foreground of some object.
I'm just gonna call Immerse back down to me and kind of scritch and nuzzle him.
He still holds the torch for you.
I'll take it.
Okay. And he's just gonna wrap and kind of like nuzzle and like protect a little bit with the wings to try and warm you up, essentially.
Are we able to now get through the waterfall?
It's still dripping, but it's not like forceful. It's like a really gentle waterfall, like a sheet of water instead of a forceful gallons of pressure. It's like a gentle sheet. Who's closest to the waterfall right now, Kai?
I guess. Where did it end up?
Oh yeah, you're the closest to the waterfall right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, nothing changes.
Well, we still have to get the torches through.
I'll walk over to Kai and give him a health potion. He took a bit of a beating over there. Sorry, I couldn't do much more.
I rolled a 1.
Again, sorry I couldn't do much more.
Sorry, I was gonna look for a joke.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like someone whispered a health potion to it, but it didn't quite take.
The
Feel better. Your mental energy goes up a little bit. Just be happy.
The spectral Brooks that was standing next to you just kind of like gives you a nod and then like fades.
Oh, okay, next to me. I was totally imagining wearing a giant set of Brooks armor, basically.
No, he was like physically interposing.
Yeah, like a spectral him.
Because it was spectral, I just very much imagined like a
Yeah.
see-through Brooks suit that was like several times bigger to fit me.
That's kind of cool.
And also
Maybe
freaky as hell. Well, now that I don't have a torch, I'm going to approach the waterfall and see if I can walk through.
It shimmers with the same words. Who are you? What are you worth?
It seems that whatever enchantment was there is still here. Just without the scary part, hopefully.
Since I don't have a torch anymore, like I just kind of grab my things and try to walk through.
Whenever Wesley walks up, it opens up like a curtain.
And then like once I'm on the other side, I guess
It closes.
I'll just
I'm trying to go in tandem.
how long it takes to put armor on.
It's like,
Just, you got it on. I'm not gonna worry about the rules on that.
I'll-
Right?
I'll-
I'll
the
start putting
elevator-
on
Yeah,
while
sure,
they're
put everything.
solving
Yeah.
this.
I'll step up to it.
It opens up.
Right. And and she'll just kind of walk through.
Closes.
Is it like one of those things where someone's at the gate and then they like type in the code and it opens and then you can like follow their car through?
You can try.
I mean, we got
Nah.
one porch through. Just...
Oh, did Immerse come with you?
Mm-hmm.
Immerse is an extension.
Well,
of
Yeah,
herself.
he's an extension of her, so he
So
gets...
guards don't have to say
I
the
picked
truth.
it up. I picked it up from him, and he's on my arm again. So
Okay, Kai's gonna walk up to the waterfall with the torch.
Who are you? What are you worth? It does not open for you. You made it Angies at the end.
Big Angies.
A fucking full name or something. And Kai's voice changes. He's speaking, you know, I mean, you've heard him say his name before, but he's speaking with a very different accent than you've heard him up to this point. The guttural flitting sounds of his tribal Orcish. And he names himself Hikialani Holokai. I am the best damn navigator on our ship. All in Orcish.
The water begins to pour in more heavily. It splashes down. It is now even more difficult to pass than before.
This fucking stupid! And he hurls the torch he's holding across the room.
It douses, it's out! It's out!
Well,
The water is now pouring more vehemently than ever. And the water is now, you know how I said it's not a trap filling up the room? It is now
It is
filling
now.
up the room.
Kai.
The brown mold is like floating towards you. Kai is, whatever the riddle is, Kai is giving the wrong answer as hard as possible.
I'll walk up to Kai. Quickly, because I'm not tall enough to make this last.
Time is running out.
Hey man. I didn't know you wanted to chart the courses. You... Here. And I pull out a compass. Take this. You do...
Waterfall monster's back!
Oh, man!
and there it is.
Oh man.
I'm
You-
just trying to do one session without doing that.
You...
almost made it.
You might want to chart the courses. We can try to get you an opportunity to try. And one day you might be the best damn navigator on our ship. But Cass is pretty fucking good. It's okay to get better. It's okay to want things.
And in spite of the rising water, Kai like sits down. He just literally sits down, still well clearing the water. It's a stupid waterfall.
Yeah, it's a stupid waterfall. It doesn't know you more than it only knows what you're bringing yourself. How could you be the best? We've never given you a chance to try. That's on us.
No, it's not. I got an order. The captain told me.
Yeah, the
To
captain
mannequins.
told you.
I'm
I mean,
proud of that, though. I'm Kai, and I follow the captain's orders. Damn it!
Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with following the captain's orders, but it's the captain's fault that you haven't had practice navigating. You followed the orders, but that lies on him.
Sorry. I swallowed some water.
Does that work for you, weird truth waterfall?
It's just rippling.
Stood too
You can
close to
see
the
it.
waterfall.
It responds very well to what Ernie's saying. In fact, when he speaks, it's soothing out. It's like, yes, yes. And whenever you kind of got a little irate with it, it's like, no, no. And it starts bubbling a little bit more vehemently. The water's now about 3 feet high.
Uh-oh.
Magically,
You're treading.
the waterfall is like a solid barrier. So like when it rises to the waterfall, it doesn't come over into the next chamber with you guys that are past it.
I'm standing on a 1 foot tall rock.
You you might want to go through while I figure out what this thing wants to hear.
Look, it only wants to hear something true. And sometimes the truth is not what we want to say. And Ernie will half swim through the gate.
It opens up and it's kind of caressing.
One of these.
Like Moana style, just like a... It takes you down and you're in the next room. The curtain closes with just Brooks and Kai.
I guess Brooks is gonna just walk up to the curtain and regard the writing. And say, I used to be someone else, but I'm Brooks. And my worth, I believe, is whatever these visions I'm seeing are. And he'll just kind of like turn slightly to Kai and then walk through.
I'm Kai. And I'm worth at least enough to ask the captain if I can try something different.
The water sort of gurgles a little bit. It doesn't seem wholly pleased with your answer. And as you speak, Kai, you can hear in Aquan, being poured into the water. And you hear in Aquan just a whisper, you speak, the water hears. And the curtain does open. It seems begrudging. And you get a sense that your interaction with this entity is not fully resolved. You pass into the next room. The next room, there is simply a single dwarf statue. It's a very small chamber. I'm talking like 20 square feet. Very small chamber. There's a single dwarf statue just like before. Hand with the other one to douse it. And there's a square right in front of it. And that's it. That's the only thing. And then there is one stone door behind it.
But just one statue.
One statue.
It's a good thing there's only one.
Yeah.
Who hasn't had to confess anything yet?
We have two, right?
We have one.
We have one.
Oh, we have one left?
Yeah, I threw that sucker. It's out.
Well,
Or-
torch
You
left.
had one, and then you had one, and Emrys
Yeah.
has one.
No.
No.
She took the one from Emrys.
It doused
Oh, that's
mine.
right.
You'll have one torch remaining.
Only the bird
Cordelia will
kept
just-
theirs alive.
He's a good boy. Did
He
a
is a
good
very
job.
good boy.
The best boy.
Thank you, mother.
All right, I forgot Emrys can talk.
Yeah. I actually.
He does not talk to you. None of you.
Right.
She said he could talk. None of you have ever heard
I
this
was
bird
gonna say, no,
talk.
Ernie does not believe him. Believe her.
You're just like, no, you talk to yourself in there.
Well,
Must have been his old.
Another allegedly talking animal.
Yeah. No, please.
What?
She'll just kind of turn to the group and say, well, if everyone's ready, I'll go ahead.
All right.
And she'll walk over and kind of shuffle into the square and put the torch into the thing.
The eyes glow. The mouth, like a nutcracker, opens, and this dwarven voice comes out. First, I will ask. Then, you will ask. Then, you will ask again. Said first I will ask, then you will ask. Then you will ask again.
Trading questions.
Brooks will translate that out loud.
Yeah, she kind of like turns back to Kai and Brooks. Maybe I should move stood here. If I can even understand it.
It looks at you and it speaks, and the whole time either Kai or Brooks, like I imagine like you're behind her, like translating, like real time translating, and it speaks in dwarven, and its eyes flash again, and you can almost like, in its stoneless expression, you can almost see it like gazing through. You can hear the stones whispering to each other, and it comes back, and in a very harsh dwarven syllable it says, "Cordelia."
That means Cordelia.
That's how they heard my name in the last room.
Curiosity is what drives us, and you carry many, many things that we are interested in. Tell us, if you could change one thing, what would you have changed?
She kind of looks a little at Emrys. Before turning back to it. And she kind of considers saying it in a language that the rest of the group won't understand. Before realizing that the whole point of this cave was to just bear it all. And she says, that night at the festival, I wouldn't have fallen asleep.
It seems still for a moment. We thank you for your honesty, the stone speaks. Every small truth leads to a greater one, for all things are connected. Now, you will ask. The stone knows much, but not all. You will ask, and we will speak.
Is he still alive?
We request a more specific question.
Is my father still alive?
There is a long pause. I'm talking not 60 seconds. A minute passes by. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Approaching the 15-minute mark, and your silence unbroken, the eyes light up again. The stone has spoken to the sea to the stone to the air, and has whispered back to us, yes. We will say, yes.
Oh. When she kind of reaches up and kind of nervously starts petting Emrys.
Now, oh sorry, go ahead.
She just, do you believe it's me asking again?
Yes, but you will not ask the stone. The stone will speak no more. Now we listen. Curiosity is the greatest part of wisdom. You are curious of those who walk with you. You must ask of them, and they must lay bare their truth. What drives you to curiosity about your companions? You speak, we listen. And the stone goes silent once more.
Okay. Don't realize I was asking all of you.
Juicy. What's the hot goss?
Is this just like a general question to all of them, or is it I pick someone and it's more specific?
The
or-
stone does not speak. You understand that this is the trial of curiosity. If it's something that you're not genuinely curious about, if it's not something that leads you to a new discovery, it will not work. And he will douse the flame.
I know my reasons for joining the Windfall. I'm curious. What are all of yours?
Let me consult my notes. I was kidding.
Mostly kind of like looks around at no one forthcoming. He's like, well, I know why I wanted to join. It's this adventure. It's the coolest things that ever happened to me that I know of.
When you're on a ship, every few days you end up in a different place, in a different port. You see different things, different people. What better way to search the world? Not really about pirating that much. Like the stuff.
You know the captain hates the P word.
Merchant?
I said privacy.
Privacy, right?
Phrasing that question to include all of us when it's very clear that this cave likes nothing I say is cruel. When I was 5, 6, we don't count age the same way you do. I found a woman washed up on the shores. A dwarf. Holly was her name. If you find our ancestral home, our tribe will kill you, typically. They don't like their location getting out. And I went to do so, but she woke up, and I couldn't. I took her back to a cave where she healed, but it took some time. I didn't know anything of medicine. And she told me stories of the world, of her adventures. And I've sort of always wanted to see the things that she was talking about. So I left, eventually, and found work in ports here and there, until finally I saw the opportunity after joining a few other crews for this one. The captain didn't seem like he was going to stay in the local waters. I thought, wow, what better way to see the rest of the world? So here I am.
I have spoken about the visions that I see. You should probably all know that it's more frequent than it's ever been. Before it was every couple of years. And years became months. Months became weeks. Now I see things every couple of days, sometimes twice in one day. The truth is, I'm looking for answers. I am somewhat at the whim of whatever it is I'm seeing. Similar to Ernie, I think that as we travel, perhaps something would become more clear or make more sense. Whatever it is, it's big, it's important. And I fear that if I don't figure it out soon, it might be too late. I joined the Windfall because I'm actually trying to remember. I think me and Ernie joined at the same time. Ernie has a similar thirst for I guess learning that I do. It seemed that a good opportunity like this would serve both of us.
Thank you for sharing. Even if he doesn't like it, I did.
It points to the door, and the door opens up. In Dwarven, the stone speaks once more. Never let your curiosity die. In it is the essence of wisdom.
The Dwarven says, that one sucked.
You don't like my roleplay puzzles?
You call that a gossip?
I'll take the torch.
Dwarven. Juicier.
I require juicier secrets.
I have expected her to ask us for our best recipes, so.
Oh no, that'll come in time.
He already knows.
Cordelia's like rolling up a page and like stuffs it in the torch hand.
Alright, the next chamber is available to you.
Do we this torch just does it
Oh,
come
I
out?
Oh yeah, it
I
comes
took
out,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the next chamber, it's a room that looks identical to this one. There is another dwarf statue with the hand and the hand to douse, but on him, next to him, is a pedestal with a large bowl, very similar to the one that was on the sconce outside, like the torch bowl. It is empty, but there's some like burnt little ashes at the bottom of it. And there's another little pedestal, like a little stepping stone for you to step in front of this one and place the torch in.
Anyone else like to take a shot at this one? Or?
Who hasn't gone yet? I haven't.
I am. I doubt that any of the rooms are the same. Sure would have been nice to be able to ask a question. But yeah, I'll line it.
Okay. You step up and light it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like a I was gonna say Cracker Jack. That's not right. Like a nutcracker.
There you
The
go.
mouth opens up, the eyes light up, and it speaks. And the hand this time, instead of going to douse the flame, it goes and points at the bowl. Goodwill is the driving force behind wisdom. What good is wisdom if not put to good purpose? Charity, kindness towards one another. These are the things that make us wise. For knowledge put to ill use is not knowledge at all. The Temple of Otun seeks donations. Place valuables inside the bowl and set them ablaze. Fear not. This incantation will see that the wealth goes to a cause of your choice. Speak the name of one who needs it more than yourself, the sick, the hungry, the hurting, and the will of Otun will see it done. This test of goodwill, your final challenge.
I will translate that.
Okay.
For years and you lit the torch.
Well, I think I'm starting. I pull out a little piece of pencil. And y'all just give me a second. And I pull the book out of my chest pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And I quickly start writing a few pages. Kai, you got your map?
And Kai pulls the leather case that usually rests next to his Giselle off of his back and uncorks it. Uncovers it.
That's good.
Reaching down in, pulling out first a rolled up set of paper that he kind of stuffs aside. And then a second, and he pulls out a rudimentary map that he's clearly drawn himself.
Can you figure out our coordinates? I know you're good for it.
Natural 20.
So, being local to Tarva, which you are north of Tarva in the Sleeping Sea right now, and knowing the map that Cass had pointed out, you know the exact square, you pinpoint your location on the map down to a day or two's journey in ship. Like, it's impossible on a world map to kind of point, but you've got the spot as accurate as you possibly can.
I write those coordinates down, and I go up to the ball, and I put my book of notes into the ball and say, Karen Aramis.
As you speak the name of Karen Aramis and you set it on fire, your notebook. I need everyone to roll society.
I'm like, why does
Or
it sound
my
so
name.
familiar?
It does sound familiar. Let's go. Oh, that's actually not bad.
For the record, I know it's Remus. Ernie doesn't say it that way.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I understand accents. 19.
14.
I only got a 12.
22.
As long as you beat a 14, which is like the lowest DC in this game.
So not me.
Karen Aramis is the Queen of Arla.
I knew it sounded familiar.
She was once the Duchess of Whitehearth, and once the kingdoms united, she is the Queen of Arla. She is one of the most powerful women in the world. Very weird that he would say that name whenever he was donating something to charity. The book and the note are lit on fire, and the door opens up. Then the stone speaks again. In Dwarven it speaks, "So great is your generosity, the temple returns the favor." You can go ahead and add, as the eyes, gemstone eyes, pull out of the face, and the stone comes with them, making a pair of glasses. They fall into your hands. You can add spectacles of understanding to your
hell yeah.
inventory
That's dope.
That fits.
because you made a higher than needed donation. The final chamber opens. You can see a fireplace burning, rows of books, a bearskin rug, leather chairs and couches, and the smell of tea being poured.
Did it try to give us the torch back this time?
The torch is now burnt out.
Okay.
That is its purpose. You have passed all 6 trials. You hear a voice from inside the room where the fire is going. "Well, come in. It's been a while since someone bore the torch here. Come, share a drink. Have a bite to eat, rest your weariness. I promise, no more statues."
Was he saying that in common?
In common.
Okay.
All right.
I
That
translated.
is something I've been waiting to hear. And Kai strides into the room.
Sitting with his feet down on the ground and heavy boots still, and this long blue and gray robe inscribed with the edicts of Otun. You see with these half-moon spectacles, this old dwarf, big bulbous classic dwarf nose, big eyebrows that kind of butterfly out a little bit, and heavy hair that's been combed very neatly into like a very professional, like librarian style, like ponytail, but very neatly combed back. Hood pulled up, cloak pulled over, with a big heavy tome that he's been reading through. The stone spoke to me of your coming, and I heard the ruckus. And he closed the book. I hope you'll forgive the theatricality of the trials, but I found them necessary when building the island. I am Rundal, priest of Otun. Welcome.
Well, you built it well. It was a son of a bitch to get through.
I will say you'll have to do something about your brown mold. We did a number on it.
The mold was on the island, and I thought, you know, if I carved the word perseverance in the tunnel, and then you made your way through, then it might make you feel like you learned something.
Next time, carve bring ice.
Knowledge is power, and if power is too easy to get, then it'll be used for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So, you have made it to this island, and you have bore a torch for no other reason than your own curiosity. You have sought wisdom for wisdom's sake. I did not think it would happen, and I'm glad to see myself vindicated in this moment. There's a trinket there, and he points to an end table, where there is a very fine, solid gold, dwarven badge with like a little ribbon, almost like a military ribbon, but like bigger and gaudier, with like these adornments and like dwarven chains locking around it. A proof of the service of Otun. If you're going out back into the wide world, I think you'll find it useful. So anyone that would like to, you can add the diplomat's badge into your inventory.
Ooh. What's that do?
It make you talk better. It make people like you more.
Oh.
I want people to like me.
Everyone loves you.
You can trade it off later. Just someone add it to your inventory so don't forget.
Except for the captain.
I didn't pass the trial. That's not for me.
I think Cordelia did a really good job.
Your curiosity
Like, I'm taking this.
is stronger than even the others. Hikio no Holokai. But your stubborn pride did not mix well with my test of modesty. It's what we choose to do with our wisdom and how we present it. The edicts of Otun speak. We should make meaningful discoveries and be proud of those, but not overly so. Never forget the others that aided you in your task, and never see yourself as too good or too wise to give advice to others. The man who sees himself as intelligent stops seeking knowledge. This is the death of discovery. But you have shown the qualities of Otun. Each of you have passed through his edicts. I have seen them exemplified in each of you. I'm trying to find the list again. Honesty, understanding, perseverance, modesty, curiosity, goodwill. I was becoming stagnant in Hadrian's Forge. My machines were being used for purposes never conceived. Something told me if I went to this place, this lost, forgotten place, then only those that were lost would find me. And perhaps Otun could lead them back to the right path. I do not know how long I've dwelled here, but the cave moss makes a fine tea. I have another gift for you, and then you will forgive me speaking so much. I haven't had a conversation, and he like looks at a calendar on the wall. It's only 1 year long, so I don't know how long it's been.
It's alright, we did a lot of talking on the way in.
I have many books. They are very dear to me. These come from the deep dwellings of the Temple of Otun. They are long and ponderous reads, but in them you will find very specific lores. I want you to sate your curiosity, and each of you may choose a tome to bring with you. So, lore in Pathfinder 2e is really weird. It's usually granted by your background, and it's like a specific knowledge that is like so specialized that it's only really cool when it pops up. You know, it's not like society or religion where it can pop up all the time. In this book, in this room are books on every subject. You can choose any lore skill, and after you read this book, you are trained in it. So essentially, right now, just choose a skill. I'm sorry, not a skill. Choose a lore and become trained in it now, and you'll bring the book with you. To give you an example, it can be anything. This list only covers the basics. Academia, accounting, architecture, art, circus, engineering, farming, fishing, fortune-telling, games, genealogy, library, legal, lore about a specific creature like a vampire, lore about a specific deity. You can specialize. You basically become specialized in knowing stuff about that one thing. It's like when you go on a Wikipedia dive or a YouTube dive, you're like, wow, I know a whole lot about the Cosby Show now. Like, you know?
What if we got a book for something we were already trained in?
Let's see. Nope, you have to choose a new piece of lore. It's curiosity, it's new knowledge. I specifically wrote a note, you can't become
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
Yes,
Lore of the theater.
Well, thank you for stating my curiosity.
Yeah. So choose
Ooh,
any
midwifery.
general topic, and you will now become trained in that lore.
Sailing would be convenient.
That might be beneficial.
Sailing is what I have already.
You could learn lore about a food or drink, so like butchering, cooking, tea. You can learn midwifery and learn how to deliver babies, or scribing, learn how to write stuff down real good. Feel free to stay here and rest, have some tea, have some of my cave root stew.
Could I borrow your comb? I noticed you're handsomely done and like hold up my like drenched.
He points to a little vanity where he has his little self-care kit, and he just points at the comb. Feel free.
Yeah, so as I peruse the collection, I'll just fix my hair.
Alright, and everyone just let me know. You guys can choose after stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah, I
can we
was gonna
postpone this? 'Cause
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
need to
ponder
ponder
on this. Again, it's like a very specialized kind of thing, so I don't want to sit here and...
Yeah, I have an idea.
Are we
But-
saying
I'll be a
this
lawyer.
out loud or just grabbing a book off
You
the
just grab a
shelf?
book off the shelf.
Cool.
I will grab a book off the shelf.
Yeah, everyone just grabs a book
You
off the
decide
shelf.
what it
Oh,
says
boy,
later.
a book about dragons.
You need not return it to me. My hope is that when you are done with the tome, you find someone worthy to share its knowledge with.
Go to share each other's books to be learn more.
You will not get the training.
Oh,
It's a one-time deal. Everybody gets one.
fine.
Very cool.
That's the reward.
How did
for
you
getting
get a
the
book
torch
about
to the end.
making breakaway clothing?
Need.
You don't even make it. It's like 3 silver.
Just got through it so fast.
If you have questions, I am not as knowledgeable as the stone, but I may be able to answer, and conversation will be welcome considering how long I've sat here idly.
Well, you said you left your home because people were misusing your inventions? What exactly were they doing?
I invented an ever-burning torch that required no magic to maintain. Its fuel efficiency was so great that the natural resources required were negligible and easily maintained even by the most common dwarf. Other engineers saw what I was doing and applied this to machines of war, powering them beyond their means, giving life and taking components of it and springing things in a terrible direction.
It's sad.
When you made this place, is that what you were thinking of? The question, what would you have done differently?
I do not regret my choices, but I thought, what can I do differently now? Much good was given from the gift of my wisdom, and I think much good can still be given, but I know not how. But now, looking at you and hearing you throughout these trials, I think the virtues may spread. I do.
Well, the reason we came here in the first place is that we were looking for supplies. You wouldn't mind if we took a trip around the island and...
The island is sparse. You'll find little in way of vegetation or food. Fishing is probably your best bet. Unless your people were to come into the caves and scour the roots and vegetables, the tubers growing within there, the moss and the lichen as I have, you would be hard-pressed to get more than a day's supplies out of this.
So,
And you risk brown mold.
yeah, it's probably best not to linger.
I wouldn't really want to take everything you have to eat here.
Oh, it's okay. And he points to a back room where you see he's cultivating little mushrooms and tubers and wall and stuff like that. I've taken care of myself. It would not be hard for me to leave this place. I am not stuck by anything but my own volition. I was compelled.
Are we the first to pass through your trials?
You are the second.
Who was the first?
The first was a young man who was missing someone dearly. He passed my trials, showing great wisdom and great virtue, but I could offer him little that he did not already know. His name was Ramsey, and I regret very much that I was not able to help him.
I know you've been here in this cave for a long time. Would you happen to have any charts or anything we could use with us on our travels?
He gets out of his chair and takes a blanket and folds it very intentionally and sets it down, and he walks over. Oh, I have a map of the Sleeping Sea if you would find that useful.
I think so.
So he gives you a map, and it's a little bit different scale, and it has a few different islands, and the ones are a little bit shifted a little bit. It's like when you see the map from people, we had schools in the 80s as opposed to now where some of the proportions are off and some of the, it's all a little bit different and a little skewed. It's a little bit older. By the weathering on this, you're this map is 80 years old, pushing a century old. This guy's been here for a hot minute.
And none of the islands like this anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
Cool map.
How long will you stay?
I do not know. I was not able to help the first that passed the trials. I would not say many, but several have come and abandoned the path, fearing it too dangerous or were unwilling to bear themselves. And he looks at Wesley and he's bare their souls. So
He just had the camera monitor that's not what I meant.
bare their souls so openly. Now that I have passed it on to you, I will offer one more gift, and then I will sink the island. I will give you time.
No, right now. Here's your gift. Okay, it's sinking.
I will be sinking.
Return to me within
Sand timer.
1 year. In that time, I will see that all of my books have found a place where they will be appreciated, and that their wisdom will be put to good use. I will see that all the charity I can is given. You may ask a question, and I will ask the stone, I will ask the sea, I will pray to Otun and the 6 great dwarf gods for guidance. I will whisper prayers to Otun, to Othor, the Earth Titan, and I will try to answer. This is my last gift to you.
In that time, I'll do this for you. You regret your design going into Engines of War. Well, here, and I grab the engineering volume off of the shelf. Like, I'll make sure it gets put to good use. I'll learn what I can.
Is that your choice, or is that?
I am choosing the engineering book.
Oh, okay, I thought you were trying to double dip, so I was going to be
No.
like, roll diplomacy. Okay. He nods.
Only
Whether or not there is a crafting formula for that magical torch inside is, I don't know.
Does he put all his stuff in the like the 101 textbook? That's
Right. I
It's
grabbed
like a
the.
part of the schematic is
Engineering
hidden
for
on each.
dummies.
I'm not an engineer. I grabbed the book that looks like I can understand
You're
it.
about to be.
Yeah. Fair
Well,
enough.
it's not so much that you understand engineering; it's that you understand lore about engineering.
Yep.
I know, like.
So I grabbed his biography.
Yeah, essentially.
He's been working on it a while.
All right. Anything else?
Made my choice.
I was just gonna ask if Otun gets angry if you curse by his name. The only thing I know about Otun, someone taught me a long time ago, and he repeats the swear word from earlier about Otun's ball hair.
What was it?
Otun's ball hair.
Otun's ball hair. And he laughs, and there's like a genuine like little glint in his eye right there. If Otun finds offense by that swear, each of his priests would be in deep water. When I was a young dwarf studying, it came out of my mouth more than once. Otun is not about lifestyle, discovery, and wisdom. He cares not how you carry yourself, only that you are driven, and you are driven on the right path. That you seek, and then use what you seek to inspire others to seek, and that what we are seeking benefits Asteria. That is all.
Otun's pretty cool. I like that guy.
He smiles at that. And he will actually walk over. Since you have shown curiosity. And he takes a stone tablet. And he's going to take the stone tablet and hand it to you. It's literally like this 50-pound stone tablet that has carved in it in Dwarven the 6 edicts of Otun, which I have written out and I will send to you right now.
I like to think that he pulls it down with one hand, hands it to you, and is like,
Yeah.
That would be so cute above your door.
How much more?
Live, laugh, love.
I'm looking at when I wrote these edicts. I'm like, how deep is this lore?
The
I wrote,
deepest
I wrote
lore.
these in 2017.
Wow.
And they're finally coming to play. I don't think I've used them before now. Alright, I'm sending those to you right now.
consult the old tomb.
I was there when it was written. So, the fireplace grows dim, the ambiance turns quiet, and you enjoy, those of you that choose to, some lichen tea and cave mushrooms and tubers,
Yeah,
and
100%.
perhaps pick the old man's curiosity. Rundal, he speaks very freely and frankly for a priest. He doesn't seem stuck up or codgerly, and although he doesn't let you take any extra books, he does share with you stories of his past, stories of Hadrian's Forge. It seems that he was, at the time, Hadrian's Forge is where all the dwarves lived. There's an entire kingdom now in a several 100-mile radius around that mountain. So whenever you mention the kingdom of Eolin, which is where the dwarves lived, he has no idea what that is. Since he's been here, they've literally had a conquest outwards and carved a country for themselves.
You know dwarves hate trolls now?
They have always hated.
Oh, it got way fucking worse, man.
That strikes him, and he buries his hands.
I'm guessing he was working towards.
Yeah, no. Look, I'm not gonna lie to the man. It's bad.
Sometimes knowledge can be a burden.
He just nods.
Well, maybe we should leave the man to his studying.
Yeah, there's like a 50-50 chance the boat has left because they assumed we're dead.
I was about to say we haven't been here that long, but that doesn't change that at
No,
all.
they make assumptions very quickly.
I hope your curiosity does not end in my mountain. I hope your curiosity does not die when you are no longer on trial for it.
I guarantee when I die, my curiosity will be right there beside me.
He smiles at that. And I hope that the questions, your discoveries lead you on the right path. Because there are those among you who would set a different course. And now I must seek repentance, for that was double speak and very cryptic, and against the edict of Otun.
Lightning strikes the top of the cave.
Yeah.
Can I get the recipe for your tea before we go?
Cave moss.
Cave moss,
He
water.
takes it. Oh, dang it! Why am I gonna land the jokes? All right.
You said you wanted us to talk more.
You now know how to make cave lichen tea, and I'll add that to your recipes, and I'll give you the effects.
One
of
part
that.
cave, one part lichen.
You know how to make cave lichen
Surprisingly,
tea.
no tea.
Yeah.
So,
Is there like a back door that's faster? There's often a back door.
you
and
want the Skyrim exit?
yes.
I do not have one.
Okay. Can
I
I
was
borrow?
very tired after making the 6 dungeon room, so you will have to go out the way you came.
Can I borrow some ice?
There is no ice.
We washed everything away. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of brown mold you'll probably have to go back through.
No, we just pushed it all into the light.
You mean my bath water?
Into the hot
I
springs?
wasn't your drinking water.
I'm sure you will be fine. May the wisdom of Otun guide you. That's too much of me stuff out. So, the party makes their way back outside of the cavern. They crawl, battle, splash, and fight their way, breaking out into the sun.
Damn it, Wesley! Put
Right.
your clothes back on.
I already did.
Bright pouring down upon them. You see the Windfall, and you see people loading up bundles of chopped down wood and just like one crate full of supplies, and they are hammering shut. And you see that the excavation of the island was complete, bearing as much as they possibly could. Weigh anchor, says Mr. Darrow, as you board the ship, and the chains raise. The sails unfurl, and the breeze catches once more. They turn towards you and say, well, where to next? And we will find out when we see you next time on the Sleeping Sea.
Yay!
Yay! All right, so thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I hope you enjoyed our little cavern exploration. We will not see you next week, but we'll see you a week after that. So, everyone, be sure to join the Discord. Be sure to hang out and check out some of the lore and things we have there. We got the VODs on YouTube along with some shorts, so go check us out over there. We love you very much, everyone that's been here lurking, participating, just being here. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on the Sleeping Sea.
Two-handed salutes.
Please don't make it a thing! It's not a thing!